Hello and welcome to Courtesy Flush. Tonight, we're going to be music off. Tonight we're going to be playing Vampire. So the music was like super loud and being annoying. And we're going to be finishing our game that we had started.
Well, he says that, but the likelihood of actually finishing today is very low.
Are you sure?
If I know anything about Goat.
This could be the two. It can be a two-parter.
Well, yeah, it could.
Yeah, it could be like a Star Trek.
Ending part 2.
No, the two-parter, like Star Trek, where it's just like last time on Vampire the Masquerade.
The final battle.
Yes. And now the conclusion. Yeah, so we're going to be playing as our last characters, not the shovelheads that, if you're watching this from the past and you're like, rest in peace, Richard, that
was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago at this point. I mean, I have it all on a playlist, but this is going to be it. This is where we're going to take on. Tell us the story here. What's happening, and what's the setting here?
All right, so by now, because you guys just accumulated so much XP from mostly surviving horrific odds.
70, right?
You hit 70, yeah.
Okay,
so by now you're playing actual full-fledged Sabbat characters, junior members of their parent pack, but full-fledged all the same. So we have Mike. You're playing Dillian Dowdery. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Excuse me. Dylan Daughtery is a Ope. He is a what is it? An apostle of Galatath, and just a swell guy. Who just wants to do the right thing and serve the great what's his name? Ezekiel.
Dark Father Cain.
Dark Father Cain.
Or Ezekiel, blood be upon him.
Yeah.
A prophet of Cain.
Exactly. We're just trying to do our civil duties as vampires and completely destroy all the other clans and take over the city.
And
the other sects.
Oh,
Yes.
and Galatath is basically a Sabbat Mormon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like basically a Cainite Mormon who
With magic underwear and everything.
Who replaces God with Cain.
Yeah. Have you heard the good?
Horrifying, as you can imagine.
He rides a bicycle and everything.
That's great. And that's why Dylan looks up to him, because he's just like, well, he's just a swell guy.
He is.
So Dylan is a hacker who also likes to steal shit. So it'll make a lot more sense once we get into the game. But basically, he's a very big fan of old firearms and just stealing in general. He's definitely a K guy, but this is during the old days.
Unfortunately, K doesn't exist yet.
Exactly.
Well, you mean fortunately?
But yeah, exactly. So he would be that guy, but he's definitely somebody who knows how to hack time. That kind of guy, hacker man. That's
Hacker man.
But he's
and Michael.
Hacker,
yeah,
man.
Michael.
You were previously playing kind of as an oddball, a Giovanni that was courting the Sabbat to take over the city and advance their own ends. Want to tell us a little bit about that now that you're retiring the character?
So she was sick of waiting around, which it's probably a very deadly flaw for a vampire to have. You want to take advantage of patience and immortality, but she was not. She was hot-blooded and she wanted to get going, and she's like, let's fucking do this. And so she tried to advance some agendas, and now who knows where she is. But she has gone back to advance Giovanni means, do her day in, day out kind of goals, after kind of like setting up
an alliance. Yeah, because also the violence is escalating, and she doesn't want to stick around for what's about to happen.
Yeah, she almost died last time. So now, I'm taking over the using a new character. His name is Dexter Chewitgood.
Dexter
Fuck
shoot
you!
good?
Fuck you!
Wait, Dexter shoot good?
What?
You bitch!
How dare you? My character's name is
How
Dylan.
dare you infringe on this? My backup character is Johnny 13 Guns McCarty.
Well, you're not gonna. Well, we'll get to that, but hold off on Johnny McCarty.
Dexter is a Vietnam vet. He was snatched up pretty quickly after he came home. He caught a bullet in the throat, which destroyed his vocal cords, and so he is mute. He has just a general skeevy kind of appearance, which puts people off. And the Sabbat, I have to imagine that he's been pretty useful to him. He's been he's what's the background? It's I don't have it listed.
You were a shovelhead.
I was a shovelhead, and I've been put to good use. But somebody doesn't like me up there because I'm expendable. So they just kind of throw me into situations and they're like, all right, figure it out. Chew it good, boy.
Okay, so let me go, Flex. Let me know if Michael's loud enough. Say something, Michael.
I'm going to say a little something about you.
Go, Flex. Not saying anything. All right. Well.
All right. Well, I just didn't want to interrupt his speech. That's why I typed it.
Yeah, no problem. I have individual controls for everyone. I have analog controls.
So yeah, if you just turn him up a little bit, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. So then we have our two VTM veterans that we have here as guest players. We have, recurring guest.
Ironic.
Well,
yes.
we'll start with you then. What's your character?
This is Ambrose Alexander Augustine. Yes, that is an extremely ethnic name for Italians. And he's a very Italian butler, but he's also very old, so he doesn't really have the accent anymore. So, and he's old before becoming a ghoul and before becoming a vampire. So he's been around for quite some time. He's basically the real Sabbat quote in the group, the one that really knows the traditions and can push them towards actually fulfilling them. Although he hasn't really been doing that since nobody really has cared. So he basically just gave up and decided to just be the shit kicker because he has an obscene amount of strength.
Which leads us to the most wholesome member of the pack,
Yes.
Guy Parker Sullivan.
Guy Parker Sullivan, GPS for short, because that's what he is when he takes his condor form, flies up in the sky, tells everyone where everyone is with his shitty perception, because he's nearsighted, and just...
Wait, how the fuck did you sneak up past me? God damn it!
The GPS name or nearsighted?
The GPS.
That's what I assumed, but...
First Dick Cock wasn't bad enough, and fucking shit.
Am I the only one that doesn't do that shit in their names?
I did it in my
Yes.
name. Nobody fucking said anything yet.
What is Dylan Daughtery?
Dildo.
God, you're all awful. You're all truly awful.
I do like that your name is, you're like Dexter Shoot Good, but you spelled it like very,
It's pronounced Dexter Chew It Good.
But yes,
Okay.
GPS, tell us a bit about your forms.
God damn it.
He's a gangrel that he's the type of gangrel that takes to the cities. He's an urban hunter with his deadly animal forms that he's able to transform.
You can just say sex offender, Carl.
That too. He has
does the
these
sex
two
offender shuffle.
primal forms that he's able to shapeshift to. One of a vulture, in which he's able to carry small animals and bags full of loot.
And the drill.
In addition to perhaps his most terrifying form, that of a common house cat.
Yeah.
Which he uses to sneak by you, because who the fuck pays attention to a house cat? And then he turns into his full, naked vampire glory, whips out his Wolverine claws, and mauls you to death.
Yes.
Or he just does that in cat form, because he can also do that.
For extra humiliation points.
Love it. Yeah, you're like, yeah, how did we get all these names by you? We had to be very creative. Well, what's the fun part about it? They did it.
Just tormenting poor goat.
They also did that in Star Trek, but that game is a lot more like Space Station 13 at this point. So
Fucking nerd.
it's great.
Nerd!
Am I a boomer nerd because I like original series Star Trek?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude,
Okay,
dude,
boomer.
you're my homie. You're my homie. Original series all the fucking way.
Yeah, dude, that's what we're playing in that game. It's my favorite.
My favorite.
Alright. I'm building all the stuff for it. Anyway, yeah,
Bruh.
so the last time we were playing, we went through a McDonald's in the middle of werewolf meth lab town, and then
It
we
was amazing.
You missed out on the werewolf meth labs. You guys avoided that encounter.
No, we
actually.
blew up one of them in like a horrible
Yeah.
like
No,
9/11
but
way.
it wasn't the werewolf meth lab. That's a thing.
That could have been even worse.
Oh.
That would have been way worse.
Yeah, Goat's like Goat tried to get us to destroy the Cairn Stones, but we decided not to do that horrible idea because we can come up with our own horrible ideas that are probably worse. They're gonna make him go, no, you can't do that, and somehow we make it happen. Like tonight, we have a couple of ideas on what's going on. So, Goat, what is happening? Why are we all assembled here?
So the night begins so the night.
I got the
Jesus.
Vampire Bloodlines ambient soundtrack in the background. So it's perfect.
Excellent. So the night passes and you awaken in the rather nice hotel, which is also a human trafficking center, which is also a brothel slash, well, you guys would call it a herd for rent.
Mhm.
There's also a
right.
pizza place on the ground floor.
Well, of course it is. It's run by the fucking Vinny the Meatball.
There's
Alfredo,
a
the
Cinnabon,
Giovanni.
but they only open at 6 a.m. So
Yeah, no, there's a pizzeria, but you guys don't eat. You don't care about that.
yeah, Papa John's.
So
Although it is a 24/7 pizzeria for obvious reasons.
yes, fucking.
Anyway,
so-
sorry.
Anyway, so you straight out and you receive a phone call, Dylan,
Oh,
Mr. Dildo.
it's
This is dildos.
what's oh yeah, no, I was gonna be like it's basically his phone is set to jingle bells because he just thinks that's just swell. It's like ding 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 ding.
It's
ding,
October.
Ding, ding, ding. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna call on my old cell phone here.
Hey, hold up. How close to the end of October?
Yeah, he hits the doot on his Nokia.
It's 1 week to October. It's October 24. Why not?
Yeah, close to Halloween, but he's like
Which is also the sabbatical.
Halloween
one
is the Sabbat
of
party.
Christmas.
he's also he knows it's Halloween, but he also likes Christmas music. So he turns on his Nokia and picks it up, and he's like, "Dylan here, what can I do for you?"
Hello, Dylan. The prophet Ezekiel, beloved by all, says,
Oh,
there's a very important meeting for you.
well,
You're getting
Prophet Ezekiel,
promoted.
blood be upon you. What can we do for you?
Meet us. There's this old Air Force hangar. Meet us there. Bring the bags.
You got it. We'll be right there. Blood be upon you.
Excellent. Thank you. And he hangs up.
Clink. All right, gang. Looks like we're gonna go diddly daddle over to a Air Force hangar, so that way we can meet up with all the other fun little Sabbat guys. How's that
Of
sound?
course.
Not like you have much of a choice, but let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna go over there and just meet up with Prophet Ezekiel, loved by all.
Very
He also said
well.
bring all the bags. Don't worry, you don't have to be a vulture to do that. We got this nice Chevy Chevelle right here.
I don't think that he can turn off being a vulture.
Hey, I resemble that statement.
Anyway, yeah.
He
So
resembles that statement.
Exactly.
let's go on down to the first floor, load up the car, and get the heck out of here.
All right, you load up
Very
you
well.
drive your Chevy to the levee, but the levee is dry. You reach the, you drive into the old industrial sector of the city. The city Palo Alto rose from the Old West outpost to a sprawling hub of industry and shipping during World War II, where it was used to build, war material for the war. But after
Very specific.
yes. Oh, because all kinds of shit was built here. But, as the manufacturing sector went down in the 80s, so too did the industry. So a lot of buildings are sitting abandoned, like this one. It's an expansive hangar, and as you walk in, you can already smell that asbestos.
Thank God that we're not human anymore and it doesn't do anything to us.
Yeah. So you stride in, and there's some dim illumination from some scavenged lighting. There's a noisy generator running in the corner. The ground, interestingly enough, the floor has been all removed, exposing just dirty, dry soil and sand on the floor. All around the hangar, you can see that your parent pack, the Weeping Thorns, are all over there, and they're setting up some huge crucifixes from which there's some naked vampires that are staked to them. You can also see a bunch of other ghouls that are just bound and on their knees all over the place too. In the center of the hangar, underneath this large ruined B-52 that has all its parts stripped out, it's just a chassis. There's a pit that's been dug into the ground, and there's a bunch of people just bound and gagged sitting around it.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
Do we recognize any of them?
No, they're just random people. You recognize that some of the dudes that are bound, not around the pit, but just elsewhere, look like they're in pretty good shape, and they look kind of tough, like they might have been cops or security agents or something like that. As for the vampires, one of them is this very tall but pale and kind of malformed man that's, despite having a bunch of scarring and malformation and a withered arm, has this very aristocratic bearing, even while staked out. The other one is portly and has a large bushy beard, shocked gray and black. Then the last one is in the tattered remains of a suit, and he has very light blonde hair.
Oh.
And then there's two others that are just kind of more
it's hard for you to have like this
Latin
dark
American.
atmosphere when the Kirby theme song just sort of kicked in out of nowhere.
That's why I meet stream, so it doesn't ruin my
yeah.
immersion.
Okay, Matt Mercer.
Thank you, Lone Wolf.
Also, so
Ooh,
Wow.
how dare you say that?
Ooh.
And
those are fighting words, Anton. You can't say
this is
that.
hallowed ground, Anton. You can't say that kind of blasphemy here. Next thing you're gonna say, remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. We need to hit 2,000 bits by the end of this month.
Guys, let's see if we can get 200 likes.
2,000 bit. We need to reach $20 by the end of the month.
Or I'm gonna be
Or we're gonna have to deport Goat back to Brazil.
This bunny's gonna get a bullet in
Remember, guys,
bullet.
we need to get. We gotta get 10 months of subs by the end of the week.
Yeah, 2,000 bits. Don't do that because Amazon
Shit, is that a Honda Civic? Oh shit, Daddy Base, come on, guys, we need.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Amazon literally just takes the money that
Oh,
people give us. They don't give us anything. So that's why I tell people don't do it. The only time we ever get money is if somehow we break $100.
Didn't we do that?
We did that one time.
Did one time, alright.
That was it, and it wasn't because it was over like a year
Yeah.
of people just getting. They're like, all right, you can finally have your $100. I was like, "Meh." But they took like a huge chunk of that.
Alright.
So yeah, just don't give us money directly. That's a fucking terrible idea. Anyway.
Wait, somebody's chair. Anyway, so as you approach, the pack doesn't initially acknowledge you. Instead, Maria, the pack priestess Simazi, reaches into the captives and pulls out bones from them. She shapes them into a crown of thorns and places them upon the pack leader Clopas' head.
I just
The
look
prophet Ezekiel, beloved by all, proclaims, "The prince of this city are all dead. All three claimants dead or fled. The Primogen Council is dissolved. The city is ours. Clopas Kendall, I proclaim you Archbishop of Palo Alto." Clopas takes the crown without a word and descends into the pit. Some of the other packmates immediately slit the throats of some of the captives and let their blood gush out and rain upon him. and a baptism.
Wow. I
Is
just
there
Well,
something, since I have really high occult and knowledge of the Sabbat, is there anything that you're supposed to do, like kneel or bow or something?
Yeah, yes, that would be the differential thing to do. But you don't have to be super obsequious about it. The Sabbat's not very hierarchical. That's Camarilla bullshit.
But it's respectful.
Yes.
So,
So Clopas rises, stripped to the waist and covered in now rapidly drying blood, still glistening.
I'll push all of the lesser beings around me down to kneeling, and I myself will bow.
Yeah, we all bow.
All right. He says, rise.
We rise up.
We rise.
I play everyone else's character, apparently.
We're burning moonlight, so I'll keep this short. I'm not one to stand on ceremony. You've proven yourself, time and time again, with the rest of your pack. We're elevating you to an independent pack. True Sabbat. You, Dylan, shall be the Ductus. You will lead the pack in matters of war, and you shall make the decisions that drive you to victory in the jihad. Ambrose, you shall be the pack priest. I understand you already have much of the training and knowledge required for the position, but now we consecrate you. Do you accept these positions?
We accept them,
Of course.
and we thank you for your whatever. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm sorry. We accept the position. Thank you so much. Blood be upon you. Like fell apart there.
Your faith requires some work.
Yeah, Ambrose just glares disdainfully at the rest of the pack. Well, not their pack, our newly christened pack.
Why?
Disdain alone shall do you no favors, Ambrose. It is now up to you to guide them into the pit, all four of you.
Ambrose just jumps in immediately.
All right, Dexter, this is your cue to introduce yourself.
So you
Yeah, he has no voice.
you notice that, like, you've been standing around, and it's been the three of you guys, and then you as soon as the dude says four of you, you look around and you're like, holy shit. It's like there's Dexter, and he's just looking at the rest of you, and then when he sees that you're kind of surprised, he just kind of looks at each of one of you, and he waves.
What does Dexter look like?
Let's see.
A ninja?
You know what? I'm gonna say he looks a little bit like. So you know how they made Chris Evans look like a skinny like child in the beginning of Captain America? He looks not that small, but like, you know how there are Marines where they're just like they can knock you on your ass, but you just look at them and they look like a normal dude. Like, that's kind of his body type. He's not like very tall. He's not very beat, but it's like he's like he's carved out of like mahogany or something if like you touched him. So so he just looks like a dude. And I think he will wear a balaclava fairly frequently. So he's just standing there. He's just like this black mask over his face. And he's just like looking at everybody. He's smiling. And yeah, he follows.
This is Dexter Chwetgood. He is your new enforcer.
He gives.
Do not value his survival too highly.
He gives two thumbs
Understood.
up.
Welcome to the family.
In the name of the Dark Father, we consecrate you. More throats are slit and blood pour down on your heads, seeping into your clothing. It's wonderful.
Ambrose is both overjoyed and disgusted.
Dylan's just got a big giant smile on his face. This is the greatest holidays thing he's ever experienced.
This isn't even the dirtiest guy has ever gotten.
Guy's like, is this it? Jeez, all right. I thought you guys had a bigger budget than this.
They're kind of doing it quick and dirty.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it was fucking drive-through consecration. Let's go.
It's like a Las Vegas style christening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
In and out.
Now arise and name your new pack, brother.
Oh, you want me to
Which
name
brother?
whose name?
Brothers.
Is it the prince or not prince? Is it the priest or the ductus that names the pack?
Up to you.
So what's in a name?
You just call it's like what you call. Think of it like a street gang. Like what do you call your pack?
Like the pack that is currently siring us. Well, not siring us, but like the pack that we have
Initiating.
interacted with so far. They're called the Weeping Thorns.
Reference
There's
to the
another
Crown
pack-
of Thorns.
Yeah, there's another pack in town that is a bunch of people that are from like the
The South.
mostly the like Confederate era South, and they're called the Profederacy.
Well, only one of them is actually from the Civil War era.
Yeah,
The rest are
only
just-
one of them is a
they're just
competent
fucking-
person from
yeah.
that era.
These are just
And then the
horrible
rest
stereotypes.
and then the rest are like horrific hillbilly stereotypes. So one of them is terrifying, and the rest of them are basically cartoon villains.
They're still scary, but you know. Yeah, I probably should have briefed you on this. But yeah, what do you want to call your fucking merry band of murder hobos?
I was thinking something like why do you put me on the spot like that? Fuck you! Fuck you! I won't do it. I was thinking like maybe
the terror birds.
the what?
The terror birds.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
The dumpster fire because you're hot garbage.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's my
Wow.
joke. Stop stealing. What are you, Louis C.K. stealing my fucking jokes?
Whoa.
What are you, Dane Cook?
Yeah,
Stealing my
exactly. There
jokes?
you go. There you go. I was gonna say Dane Cook.
What are you, Carlos
I mean,
Mencia?
the aristocrats.
No. How about Yeah, you can't put your foot up there. Feet
You
off the
can't put your foot
table,
up
Michael.
Oh.
Your mom raised you better than
I
this.
look. I assure you.
Also
my
'cause it's
foot
sliding.
is integral.
Well, bring it close then.
Maybe. I was thinking like Smiles of Blood.
Are we 14 again? I feel like
Yeah,
I'm 14
Smiles of Blood or
Well,
blood.
did I
No,
just
no,
look backwards,
XX
like,
Blood
over a
Rose
decade?
34 XX. There we go.
Blood Rose 44 XX.
Yeah, blood. Yeah.
What are you, fucking Toreador?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you even know what that means?
No, because I don't understand this
Fuck
game.
you, you've been playing this for like what? 4 months? And you
I
don't
can't
know what
read.
fucking
I
claims
can't
is?
read. I never learned how to read. I just have. Anyway,
What about Dark Thorns?
Dark Thorns? That's pretty good. What do you think,
That's-
Ambrose?
that-
Ambrose,
that's-
what do you
That,
think?
that's suitably like something at 12. That's like suitably 12-year-old level.
Yeah,
of,
it's what we'll go with if we can't think of anything better. Please, for the love of God, think of something better.
Someone said odious warrior
Chad, what do you think?
obfuscation, or
Or
OWO for short.
Oh whoa.
Yeah, well, let's see what the chat comes up with because I'm terrible at. Like you,
Like,
you
some
should
of the
hear me.
names
You
are
should
like
hear me
the
DM.
dead
I'm
horses.
terrible. Like thing comes in, name person. Ugh.
If we
Dead
can't
to
think of
rights.
something, I'm going to have to use a name generator, and you might get
Dead
something
to
like
rights.
Signal Killers.
Dead to Rights. That sounds like a fucking early 2000s PlayStation 2 game.
Yes, that's appropriate for this setting.
The right lefts or the left wrongs.
May the hand of the thorns.
Hand of the Thorns.
no,
Thorny.
because that's not independent enough.
Yeah.
You can pay homage to them, but you don't want to paint yourself as outright subservient.
How about Street Sharks? No.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You want some Rovia to try to launch a fucking cease and desist order against you? Because where sharks are a thing in this game.
No. Why? Why do you guys make these horrible things? Okay.
The Doughboys.
Yeah, or
The Reaper Squad.
Reaper Squad.
I'm reading through some of the random generator names. The Copper Crocodile Gang.
oh, that's so good.
The Copper Vultures.
The Copper Vultures. It sounds like
The Copper Condors. No, the Copper Condor is GPS's superhero name.
The
Obviously.
Crimson Briars.
Oh no! No,
Because he steals copper wire.
No. Yes.
What about Crimson Briar or Crimson Bramble?
Crimson Bramble.
How about wire cutters?
Which is like, yeah, we're sponsored by Husky, the only brand at Home Depot. There is no other brands. Let's see.
Or like Crimson Thistle or something like that.
The
What
Crimson
about-
Thistle.
What about barbed wire?
Barbed Wire's good. Crimson Smile. That sounds like a Japanese pop band.
The Crimson Wires.
Crimson Smile.
The Crimson
Or,
Smile makes us
you
sound
could-
like we're like Batman
If you
villains.
want Crimson Smile, you could go with like the Bloody Glasgow or something.
Why don't we go with
But
something?
that's like
Black Color. Yeah, we're not naming our fucking band Black Color. That guy exploded.
The Shark Fin Association.
How
The
about,
Orange Bear Posse.
how about we go with something that something that really screams vampire, like Good Charlotte.
Good.
Or
I like Crimson Smile. I do like
Fucking-
Crimson Smile.
That's a pretty. That's
Rob Zombies.
something Pillagers.
yeah. We'd need a guy
King
named
Crimson.
Rob who is running this.
King
That's
Crimson.
what. We'll do that with your game, Go Flux. If we have a guy who's like, all right, what are we gonna call our band of vampire or zombie killers? I don't know, Rob Zombies.
Give me your fucking money, dead freak.
Yeah.
The Short Bus Crusaders. Oh.
Shark
I like that.
Yeah, I'd love to tell Galatath to his face. Yes.
Crimson fucker.
What about
The aristocrats.
the Crimson Grin?
The Crimson Grin. I like that. That sounds like a bar name. Yeah, let's do that. The Crimson Grin.
All right, Crimson Chin it is.
Yeah. The
No.
Crimson Chin? No.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Grim or
Alright.
Grin?
I liked like the Thorn reference though.
Okay, what's so
The,
what do you
like, the Thorns references though.
so Crimson Thistle? That sounds a little weird.
Crimson,
Crimson
Briar, Crimson
Bramble.
Thorns,
The,
Crimson
yeah,
Bramble.
or we can go straight like 17th
Anton, you
century.
like Crimson Bramble.
Let's just go 17th century and
Or
go the
Crimson
Crimson Rose.
What about Crimson Crowns?
We don't want to invoke rose imagery because that's the Camarilla.
Fuck them.
No, that's Tori. No, that's Toriador.
It's Toreador, but it's basically the Camarilla.
It's basically Camarilla as well.
So I think something like Crimson Crown.
The Crimson Crown.
What about Crimson
Yeah.
Barb?
We like the word crimson because it's cool.
We
How about
do
Now
the
it's
barbed wire?
now we just need another one.
How about we go with something like barbed wire crown.
The barbed wire crown.
Yeah, and they have they have the weeping thorns, which is like that the crown
Yeah.
of thorns. We have one made out of barbed wire that's part of
Because
our
we have
rights.
because Palo
The
Alto
undead
has the
clown
highest
posse.
incarceration.
I don't know. I don't think Ambrose would be agreeable to all these neophyte names.
Crimson Rejects.
Barbed Wire Crown is pretty fucking metal. though.
Supreme
It-
Ultima
it's metal,
Kaisers.
but Ambrose would
or
want it to
suck.
like more oldie.
What about just
Hey,
what
guy-
about just like Wire Crown?
How about we go with the other guys?
The other guys. the guys who did the other ones. The Big Macs. No.
The Crimson Pillagers.
The Crimson Pillagers? Well, we can't call it. Can we call
Havoc
it? What about
Squad.
the Crimson Crusaders? Sounds
the
like
Dark Gods.
they sound like superheroes. The Crimson Crusaders.
Dude, I mean, look, if in real life Rio de Janeiro street gangs can fucking Rio de Janeiro street gangers can literally just name themselves after superheroes and call their fucking vigilante organization association the fucking Justice League. I mean, you can get away with that kind of shit.
What about Crimson Spine?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Crimson Spine. You guys like that? Or we can call ourselves the Backstreet Bronies, but I doubt that would fly. No, the Crimson Wraiths. I like
Wraiths Wraiths are what they call ghosts, so that's kind of...
Yeah, we're not Giovanni. The Happy Fun Time Gang. See, that's what Dylan would like, but he knows that everyone's like, no, we got to have this like really Halloween-esque kind of naming thing. No, I like the Crimson Spine.
Okay.
The Crimson Spine.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be good.
All right.
Yeah, Crimson Spine, might as well. Or Barbed Spine, something.
All right, now proclaim that shit in character.
What about the Crimson Spires? No, Crimson Spine works, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a name. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Goat's like, yes, you are.
Spend 20 minutes figuring out our name that we're never going to reference.
Yeah, exactly. I declare our group called the Crimson Spine. The end. I don't know.
So it is noted in the
It is
witness
noted?
of the
Fuck
Godfather.
off. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off.
Kane wills it,
Kane does will it.
Crimson
then it shall
porcelain?
be done.
Like a toilet?
Will be done. All right. They rip off the crucified vampires and they throw 3 of them at your feet. This first one, he holds up the blonde one of the claimants to the princedom of this city. A Ventru. His name doesn't matter anymore. We give this to you as a boon, as a gift freely given. His soul is yours to consume. His body yours to break. It's Victor.
Oh, it's Victor?
Yes.
Okay. What gen was he?
You don't know.
Well, I just mean because we can optimally decide who gets it.
Roll in politics. Everyone that has it.
Because if he's
Yeah,
not Gen
int
7, then I don't
politics.
want him at all. So, in politics, I think that I have some points in that. Yeah, I have
What
8
difficulty?
dice.
6. Why not?
Fuck. I rolled really bad.
He has a single digit generation, but it's not 7. It's 8 or 9.
Hmm.
Alright, so somebody that has a generation that is, lower than mine should take him.
You mean higher?
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay?
What gen are you?
Something that's not as good as 8.
What
Take
gen? Keep going.
What gen are
Up,
you guys?
Up.
Because I'm Gen 8. If you didn't put
You're
any
8th.
points into generation, you're Gen 13.
I'm
Gen 8.
Would I be Gen 13?
Yes.
You're Gen
okay.
8?
Mhm.
Damn, I didn't know
He's
that.
Galatath's kid, remember?
Right.
Yeah. I also
Alright,
have
so
Serpentis.
what's everybody else's gen?
GPS is Gen 13 as well.
13.
You give it a GPS. then.
Alright.
Yeah.
GPS.
Is GPS, it's probably not a good idea to give it to you, because he probably has a bunch of disciplines that rely on speaking.
Oh.
So,
Well, are you?
Well, the other
me
guy
or-
is mute.
Yeah, I'm mute.
Yeah. The other guy can't talk.
If we're going for pure generational gains, I'm probably the guy to go. But if we're looking to get some disciplines for my boy here, Dildo,
Oh.
you can pick up probably some dominate, some fortitude. Potence wouldn't be out of the question.
Presence.
Presence.
Oh yeah, presence, not potence.
I
He
mean,
might have some potence.
it would be good for me as well, but I don't want to take it because then I can't lay claim to any of the other ones.
Because there's the top one. All right. Then the second one, they throw down one of the generic. They throw down this young woman with Hispanic. No. She has fucking just generic wasp features. One of his brood. Another degenerate ventured trash, staked out by one of our recruits. We give you this freely.
Ooh.
Then they bring out this other, stronger, buff-looking dude. Eduardo Davalos of Clan, what was it?
He's like, let me pull up my phone. Oh yeah.
Ventru. Your predecessors, well, not quite predecessors, but the previous gang of shovelheads we had running operations captured him on one of the very first nights.
Mmm.
You refer to White
Dick
Power?
Hawk.
Oh, that. Oh wait. So I was mixing that up. Dick.
Yeah.
Dick captured this guy.
Alexandra did technically, but with
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is harkening back to our first
Oh,
night
really?
playing. Yeah.
yeah.
Who is this guy?
He was. Remember the time where you guys went up to that
It was the
like
club,
gang
right?
house and
Yeah.
you shot it up and you got one of the dudes to stake the other guy out.
That's right, yeah.
He was pretty strong, and somehow we
remember it.
fucking got him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking smash the shit. And then the very last one, they throw the wizened, kind of withered, inbred-looking motherfucker. This one, we don't even know his name, but he is the greatest prize of all. Of the 7th generation.
Well.
And we grant you one more gift.
Oh.
They just push over all the bound muscle dudes. 10 SWAT soldiers that we captured. Former ghouls of that miserable wretch there. He kicks Victor a few times. They are yours to command.
Excellent, because we're gonna need them.
Yep. So as the final part of the ceremony, he gives you a shovel, representing your authority to initiate new shovelheads into the Sabbat.
Most excellent. Okay, I'm not particularly. I don't particularly care who takes the 7th generation. Who would like to have it?
The only other real option is Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah. Did you want it, Ambrose?
I mean, I'll take it.
I mean,
Because Ambrose at Gen 7, that's scary.
Yeah, you might actually stand a chance.
yeah, I would say you do it because my guy's
Ambrose
gonna.
at Gen 7 means that we have a fucking powerhouse now.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give it to fucking Power Gamer here, and then
Yes.
I will.
The Chad yes
which
face.
which means that you'll probably be the first to die. And then I will take.
Of course.
I will take whatever. What can I
That's
take?
okay because I have a sideline character that I can play as like a joke one shot.
Out of all these guys, which one do you think my guy should take that would be most advantageous?
Take the
Victor, maybe?
yeah, the Venture.
There's the Chad Ventru, there's the Virgin Ventru, and then there's a Spruha, and
I'm
then
going to
there's
Diablerize the
and
Elder.
and then there's the Thad Elder Ventru that you're giving to the Butler Man.
I'm gonna take the Bruja because he probably has some disciplines I really want.
Yeah.
Well, but it's the Ductus' responsibility to allocate these things.
No.
Yeah, I'll give it. I'll basically give the Ductus advice on how to allocate it.
Okay.
Basically, just have everyone who wishes to partake say so, and then you decide based on either merit, blatant favoritism, or some other third factor who deserves it.
Well,
Of
that's
course,
just
you're
swell.
free to take whatever spoils you wish.
That's
Now,
just swell.
Are there 3 or 4?
There's 4. There's one for each
one
of you,
for everybody. Okay, yeah,
but they're not of equal power.
yeah.
No.
But
yeah.
I am taking the 7th gen as my right as priest. If you don't like it, you can challenge me to monomacy.
Oh boy.
There's no need to get up and out. You can have a Gen 7. That's fine. Besides, I'm sure you're gonna need it.
He just kind of looks at you funny, like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's easy.
Like, all right.
Because
He was expecting people to fight him over it.
no, because my guy is more.
Not a combat monster.
No, he's not a combat monster. He can get you in other ways later.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, but you haven't done
Yeah,
anything. You haven't done anything. You've been cool. So like, why the fuck would he do
So
anything?
Ambrose
Go ahead.
is going to get the Gen 7. GPS is going to get the Bruja. You'll take the Chad Venture, like the best Venture,
Yes.
and then I'll take the Leavings.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Virgin Ventru.
Yeah. So that's
the
okay. So yeah.
Chad Lasombra.
Implying
seconds.
that all Ventru aren't virgins.
Okay. So that's the choice. Those are the
That's the
choices.
choice. Okay. All right. Then let us begin. All right, we'll start going up. So Dexter, you bite down on the desiccated, staked out lady,
Thank you.
and you feel her life essence begin to flow into you. You keep going until nothing is left. You feel pure power permeate your entire being. Roll willpower for me.
Okay.
Now, fortunately, the pack priest was thoughtful enough to torture these people horrifically until their minds basically broke.
Aw, how thoughtful.
So they only have
Right?
Thank you.
2 or 3 willpower.
That's
the-
just swell.
What's the difficulty?
This one only has 1.
What's the difficulty?
7.
7. All right.
Their screams and cries of horror just make the meal so much better, you know? It's kind of like a
no,
nice
you-
garnish.
Yeah, no, you completely subsume her soul. You retain all of her memories. She was fucking. Let me bring her up. Kirsten.
I'm not
Foreman.
going to cast Horse Explosion. That's not a spell I know. I don't want to do that. That's
Yeah, that's a spell his siren knows.
Oh my god.
Galateth totally does know Horse Explosion. So
Yes, he does.
it's a
He
very
has
specific spell
flame.
from the 17th century. He used it a lot.
All right.
God.
You remember, you eat through her memories. She was born and raised in Phoenix. She attended business school. All she wanted was to be wealthy and influential.
The university.
She died by circumstance, but you don't fucking care about her backstory, do you?
Not really.
Yeah. of course
I drew
not.
first blood.
You gain 1 generation up to generation 12.
All right.
What
So now
gen
you're
was
blood-
she?
12.
That's good.
Yeah. So you now have 11 blood points. You also gain.
So that's pretty good, actually.
How much dominate do you have? 0.
I have no dominate.
You gain 2 dominate, 1 fortitude, 1 presence.
Oh.
Well, but he
Ooh.
can't speak, so isn't dominate useless?
We'll hope you run into somebody that understands American sign language.
Yeah, he just signs really well, and people are like, "Holy
But
fuck,
can't-
I'm not fucking with that guy."
Can't Maria just fix him?
No. Well, maybe.
It's a value. It's a
So-
character trait.
So
Manipulating
one
manipulating their
presence-
flesh like that would probably fix him for the night or until he heals it.
Yeah. Also, you could. I'm gonna rule. You can just do hand gestures that are easily understood.
All right.
So if you like point down on the ground and activate dominate, make eye contact, you might make somebody get down on the
Get
ground.
down on the
So Michael's just a Dark Souls character. He just
Yes.
runs up and hits down.
Yes, exactly. So one
He just starts
presence,
squatting really, really fast, menacingly.
1 presence, 2 dominate, 1 fortitude.
That's right.
Okay, got it.
Excellent.
All right.
Rolling for those invulnerability frames.
Yeah. Yes. Fortitude, aka the invulnerability frame.
I'm
Not
the dex.
celerity.
I'm
Well, my
the
character-
dex build.
Fortitude 6 just lets you roll indefinitely
Yeah.
My guy finally got dodge 5, so he has invulnerability
with no
flames.
lag.
All right. Next up was who was it? Victor?
Schlorp.
No, it was Eduardo. Eduardo's going to GPS
Eduardo.
man, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting
Alright.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that willpower, fam.
Alright, let's see if we're just blonde boys doing what blonde boys do.
We're just blonde boys doing what blonde boys do.
Let me check what my willpower is. I don't think it's particularly high. Yeah, it's not particularly high. Hey, no botch.
Hey, you only gain a derangement.
Yes.
You're like, yes, more of that.
Overkill
please."
derangement. You feel compelled to completely destroy the remains of any enemies, even after they're dead.
Oh, double tap. Great. That's what I do anyway.
Yeah. How much celerity, potence, and presence do you have?
Let's check Reno. Let's see. Celerity 2.
Ew, that's blue. I don't like that.
That's it.
Okay, you gain 1 dot of potence and 2 dots of presence.
Let's see. 2 dots of presence and 1 dot of potence.
He flies into your mind, howling in anger. You feel the urge to destroy as you rise up, stronger than ever before. Now, Dylan, you
Mmm.
eat down the man who would be prince.
Mmm. Delicious.
Give me that willpower check.
I give you a willpower check.
Oh man, if Victor fucking possesses you.
Oh, he's probably gonna possess me. That's a lot.
Embarrassing.
Nah,
Embarrassing.
that's pretty fucking high.
No,
You'll have to
Scroll
fail
back.
to roll.
scroll down. You have one,
Not
two,
no.
three, four, five
For
willpower.
possession, he'd have to botch twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he could probably like become a wraith and just haunt you for the rest of
He
your
could manifest
existence.
and annoy the shit out of you.
So I have
Yeah.
5 willpower, so I roll how many dice? 5 dice?
5 dice, yeah. It's
And-
not the amount of willpower points you have left. It's just straight how much willpower you have. left.
And what difficulty?
Yeah, it's your permanent.
Total.
It's
7.
your permanent willpower.
7? Okay.
Difficulty 7.
Oh, hey. There we go.
Hey,
Oh yeah, no, you digest it.
Your
Gold?
permanent willpower is only a 5. That's surprising.
All right, let's see here. How much?
Yeah, considering that Richards was like fucking 8 or 9.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Who's-
so
is
how much?
Michael's a 10 then?
Yep.
Damn.
All right, you now have 3 presents.
Ooh.
Sick.
No, 4 presents.
Oh, 4 presents. Okay.
You have 3
Aw.
fortitude.
3 fortitude. Where's
You're gonna have to add it under disciplines.
under disciplines?
Yeah, so in discipline 4,
Yeah,
Scroll
just write it and dominate.
discipline 4, underneath Serpentis.
Uh-huh.
Click on the text, discipline 4.
Oh, and what's it called? I'm sorry.
Dominate 4. Oh yeah, also GPS man, you're now generation 11.
Nice.
Welcome.
Dominate
What
4.
gen was he?
He also got fortitude.
10.
Nice.
Yeah, he got fortitude 3
Fortitude 3. So scroll down a little bit.
and dominate 3.
Yeah, add dominate. So
It's
just
dominate 3, not dominate 4. Okay. And
Oh,
then-
sorry, dominate 2, fortitude 3.
All right.
Sorry.
And
Okay.
then add fortitude where it says discipline 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, these are all disciplines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Fortitude 5.
Fortitude.
Yeah, and you gain a finance dot because you absorb some of his memories. You know what? I'm just gonna
Yay.
give Dylan. I'm just gonna edit Dylan's sheet and give him all of the skills from the.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not a lot. She was a starting level character.
It's not bad.
Comstar Space
3 extra
AT&T.
skills.
Do I get a finance dot?
Yes, you actually get 3.
Oh, 3. Oh,
Nice.
shit.
Text
You could start.
smell.
You could start your own.
Excellent. So now I can actually I have fortitude, dominate, and all these other. What does fortitude do exactly as a discipline?
Gives you things that you fire.
You can also level 1 silk die per amount of fortitude. So like you can spend 2 blood to activate fortitude and then just damage.
Yeah, it costs blood, but it's really good. Because, like, if you have 5 fortitude, for example, then even, like, you're just, or 4 even, you're just for as long as you keep spending blood once. It's a per round basis, not a,
All right.
not a per attack basis. So if you have 4 automatics, so if you spend a blood to activate it, and then you spend a second blood to put it into overdrive, that whole turn, you have 4 automatic successes on all soak rolls.
Wow. I'm when it comes to that, I will need your guidance on how to utilize it.
Oh, it's fucking easy. So don't worry.
I
You
figure it'll be,
basically-
but
for the most part, you just flip it on and then
Okay.
don't worry about it.
okay. Yeah, especially when it comes to
You
combat, I'm kind of
basically
weak at that.
Just treat it as a second armor
All right.
that you can activate whenever you want.
All right, now it's
Yep.
time. Whoa, shit! Where's a giant? Oh, okay, now he's a
it's-
baby.
You're getting some goons.
He's like a little. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm a SWAT member.
Don't I have to slurp someone?
Yes, you do. I already rolled Grandsire's willpower.
I
Nice.
roll well, but I still rolled
Alright.
enough to
Yep.
be like, fuck you.
Yeah, you're just not getting any. Well, actually, you know what? You'll get a skill point.
You get a skill point.
Yep, you get.
Why did it roll a second time? Whatever,
I
it
don't know.
doesn't matter.
You gain 1 firearms dot.
Yay!
All
All
right.
right. So let me see.
Now you could shoot pretty good.
So how much fortitude do you have?
None.
You have 4 now.
Is
4? Nice.
audio
Yeah.
is cutting in and out? Is it cutting in and out? Please let me know because I can fix
What
it.
else do I get?
How much dominate do you have?
Cut
You have
it.
2 now.
Turn it my mic down a
Okay.
little bit.
How much presence do you have?
None.
1 now.
What did he have?
3.
then wouldn't I get 2?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Would that apply for Dominate, or did he just have 4?
No, for Dominate you have 4.
Okay, because if he has 5, then it would round up.
Yeah. How much celerity do you have?
None.
You have 1.
He had 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
How much? There's no way he had more potency than you. How much Auspice
Did he
you
have
have?
6? If he had 6,
No,
he does.
he did not. He didn't have 6 in any
that's
discipline.
yeah. That's because
Alright.
it was that the reason why it's popping is
Aspects?
because it's
How much? You have 0 Auspice, right?
Yep.
You have 1 now.
Alright.
Let me just look through the other disciplines real quick because he had a lot.
yeah, it's because
nice.
it's clipping. That was my bad. I fixed it. I hope. Why is this blue? I don't like that color. Unless we're
and
blood
nope.
purples.
Actually, that was it for his disciplines.
Oh, no potent 6.
No,
Rip.
that wasn't in clan for him. There's no way he was gonna have fucking potent 6.
Yeah, okay. So I have some XP left over.
Okay.
So I'm
Hey,
going
Wraith.
to buy Celerity
wrath.
to 2.
That's fine.
That's it.
Nice. All right. You arise,
God,
riding
I'm
the wave of
disgusting now.
ecstasy from consuming his soul. Everybody, roll me a conscience. Difficulty 8.
Okay, no problem. I can roll a conscience, difficulty 8. This is gonna be amazing.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a negative as well.
I'm gonna.
I got a
I'm
0.
gonna- Can I willpower to re-roll that, or
No, but I'm not going to make you lose a conscience.
all right?
All right, so let's see here. What was Dylan?
So it's my max blood pool is 20 now, and how much can I spend per turn?
6.
Nice.
Yikes.
All right, so Dylan, you're at.
Hmm.
All right, Dylan, give me another conscience check because you also committed murder, and that's still bad enough for you to check degeneration against that.
Then I just rolled it.
Do it again.
Oh, you want me to do it again? Fine.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
for once for fucking killing someone, another time for consuming their immortal soul. All right,
There you go.
Can I
Pass.
get an
Wow.
extra intimidation die?
he didn't have more than you.
Damn, what a loser.
He didn't have 6. He wasn't that old, dude. All right, let's see. Ambrose, you are now at humanity 4. Murder is still enough to.
Oh no, I already moved
Oh,
mine
you did
down.
it. Okay, good.
I was at 6, so
And GPS man, give me give me another check. Murder is still bad enough to warrant a second check at humanity 4. Fucking Jesus, stone cold. All right,
Who can say where the wind blows? I
Dexter, give me
can't,
another
'cause I'm a
conscience
bird.
check, please.
All right. Difficulty 8.
Yeah, difficulty 8. All right, damn, you actually feel kind of bad about that.
yeah,
feel bad
Ambrose
about
doesn't feel bad at all. He just licks
Yeah.
his fucking huge
Dude,
fangs. And
just-
is like,
Sleep it off. You'll be all right.
are ready.
You're ready to be the most
I-
powerful kitty cat.
So for aesthetics' sake, can we restore some of his youth?
Yes.
God. He just comes back and he's like a cute anime girl. It's very Final Fantasy.
We are ready to go.
Oh shit, he's Italian now. It's just gotten real.
As an Italian.
All right.
I've
Cool.
always
The
been
mor-
Italian.
Your mortals kneel before you.
The Dwarf Squad.
Pack just watches you. The Weeping Thorns watch you impassively, waiting to see what you're gonna do with them.
Oh, our Dwarf Squad?
Your dwarf squad.
I don't know what to do with them. What can we do with
You will
them?
come with us.
Yeah, they'll come with us.
We
They'll
will
be a part
sit-
of our happy little family. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
You, Ductus, did you have some kind of plan here? Or will I be doing this myself?
Are you Transylvanian or Italian? That sounds all weird. Anyway,
I'm a vampire.
you're like
There's a-
one.
I'm a vampire. I've spent time all over the world.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Sounds a little bit like Castlevania. So what we're gonna do is, I guess we're gonna need them for our guards. But what is our goal now? Like, what can we do?
Which
We will
brings us
slay
Yeah.
the fools who stand against us within the city.
correct. We have exterminated all Camarilla elements in the city, save for, well, a handful of them. But 2 of them are your specific concern now. The Hounds.
Oh.
Marco and Ivan. And they're hunting you now. Make no mistake. As long as you carry those treasures you pillaged from them, they'll be able to track you.
Let them come. We will set a trap that they will not escape from.
Oh boy, this sounds like it's going to be quite a swell party. With the holiday festivities kicking in, October 31st right around the corner, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes,
Yes,
you must
it
kill
will
them
be a
before the riot
grand
gun,
party.
so that we can fully cement our control over the city. Survive until then, or kill the Hounds, and victory will surely be ours. Now, we need to deal with the werewolf problem that's preventing our brothers from accessing the city.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Can't be with you, brothers.
What's the
The
werewolf
prophet
doing?
Ezekiel, beloved by all, will foresee whenever the Hounds try to snap at you.
What
If possible, we will warn you.
What do they have, like border checkpoints or something? Like spike strips? Like what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
They're watching all the interstates around the city, and they can detect vampires supernaturally. So if trying to go through the desert is suicide.
They're just like, yeah, go ahead, stop at that Wawa, see what happens.
Yeah, basically. Remember that gas station you
Yeah.
guys stole the pickup truck from?
Yeah.
The general manager was a werewolf.
Oh, well, that's just nice.
Now, as far as our strategy goes, we will not want to put our soldiers too close together. For if you know anything of vampire combat, you know that it is very easy to slaughter those who spend too much time huddled together.
Of course.
Drinking from person to person, draining them dry, and leaving them desiccated on the ground.
Well,
Using them as a series of, well, I wouldn't call them snipers, but long-distance marksmen of questionable competency.
Well, since we have already got pretty much... so let me ask you this. As Sabat, taking control of the city was always number one, but we can also... we're a bit anarchist, right? We're a bit chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
To
Okay.
some degree, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, yeah, that's fucking good, because me and Michael came up with some ideas while we were all fucking off stream, and they're really bad. So here, we have 3 plans, and they're all horrible, so you guys feel free to say no to all of them. That's fine. We're not going to be
I will
offended.
correct any mistakes you make as my duty is back, please.
Trust me, you're gonna need to like take your teacher red marker out and be like, no, see me after class. So
Why not? I anticipate this.
He pulls out a red marker.
So plan A, we were thinking we might hijack an airplane and see if we can crash it into a military complex. And
That could work. There is a National Guard outpost.
The
However, the werewolves are watching the airport as one of the main points of entry.
of course,
But that's not impossible.
No. The reason why I'm thinking this is that we can try to put out Marco and Ivan's name on the internet as make up a fake manifesto, make them out to be these horrible terrorists with demands and everything. And then we crash an airplane in their name, and then now we don't have to deal with them.
They would not. You think they would not be presumed dead after such an attack?
No, they would be the ones claiming that they are the ones who ordered the attack. That's what I'd put out on the internet anyway.
Yeah, they'd be the Osama bin Laden to that whole operation.
Exactly.
And Osama bin Laden based out of Palo Alto.
Yep.
Except at this timeline, that guy.
9/11. Well, Osama bin Laden. It's just if you follow like geopolitics, you probably have heard of Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Because like 9/11 hasn't happened, but a bunch of other terrorist attacks
Yes.
have. Now, just as a common sense thing, though, neither of those guys have real
them into
identities.
battle.
Marco has
Saddam Hussein, yeah.
Marco has been dead either for 10 or 100 years. We're not sure which one it is. Ivan was killed in 1917, fighting for his beloved Tsar when the Bolsheviks gunned him down in the streets of Tula.
Well, the idea is that by doing this, it would allow them to be put into the spotlight, not just in vampire world, but also in politics, making them out to be these horribly... just put them in a place where they are not at the most advantageous, which is the spotlight. That's where they have the weakest.
The main problem here is that legally speaking, they do not exist.
Exactly.
So we could create
But
some
I mean, you could
identities
get
for 'em.
people to start hunting them down by face.
And I start
Also,
putting this
if
shit out on the
there's-
internet and
yeah,
start
if there's-
making manifests and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if we can pull up any security footage of them waving guns around, they're going to assume that they exist and they just, like, are under, like, false aliases or something like that, or they're real people that, you know, they're going to start looking for them anyway.
So that was plan A.
The problem was,
yeah.
but we don't like that being planned. Like, they're not going to straight out tell you not to, but they say, look, if you do plan A, that means the city will be crawling with National Guard. That's rather disadvantageous for our lifestyle.
Of course.
After all, who
Although-
controls the government but the Camarilla?
Although, that is a fine opportunity to amass weapons.
Amass weapons and also have quite a few new shovel heads.
Let us hear Plan B.
Plan
and see
B?
where we can go from here.
Let me ask you guys something about Plan B here. Has anybody ever seen the fine holiday film Die Hard?
And here's the thing. All of you might not have seen it, but you have heard it on repeat because Liliana kept watching it
Yes.
when you were raiding that house.
So our idea for Plan B is we go and go into Palo Alto and we find a banking high rise, which most of these cities they usually have a bank that has a high rise. It's the same thing here.
That was Victor's Old Haven, which who ate Victor again?
I think it was me.
Yeah, so you have enough scraps of memory from him that you actually know the place and you can get into it without even having to pull any hacker
Well,
bullshit.
we can set up a nice little Halloween party up near the top floor, and then we'll pose ourselves as terrorists, Marco and Ivan, and try to steal money out of the vault. Meanwhile, Marco and Ivan are going to be horribly confused, and they're going to try to take these guys out, whoever's pretending to be them in their name, and say like, no, that's not us. And they're going to try to take us down inside the facility. We're going to, while everyone in the office is there, we're going to have our dwarf squad, but also everyone who shows up for the Halloween party will become our shovel heads. So they won't just be hostages. They'll also be vampires that they will have to fight, which might be easy for them, but they can get overwhelmed quite quickly. So we can pose ourselves as terrorists with demands, but really we're stealing money out of the vault, and we're trying to kill Ivan and Victor. Or Ivan.
Intriguing proposition.
Yeah.
I would suggest that if we go with this strategy, we do not. You laugh at my voice, you fucking piece of shit.
Well, no, it's funny. It's funny because you sound like you'd be good in like the Castlevania world.
I mean, is that not the point?
Yeah. No, I just think it's
Is
good.
that not peak of
You've
Emperor?
had good voices. I just think they're good. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at your voice. I'm laughing because I'm like, shit.
Okay, fair enough.
He's not
Yeah.
laughing at you. He's laughing with you.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
you.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to go like all kitty cat on people. Yeah, exactly.
And on meow time.
Well, if we do the Nakatomi Plaza thing, like that guard that's on the first floor, who's just like, you know, it's Halloween, everyone's having a party, and he just like a cat walks into the front door, and he's like, "Oh, hey, look, it's a kitty," and then rips his fucking face off.
No, he uses presence first.
Yeah.
Or he like shifts. He like learns how to shift only like his mouth and lips back.
Your plans are horrible. They're bad,
Meow.
and you should feel bad. Yeah, they are bad. That's the idea.
Yeah.
It has always worked for us in the past.
Yeah, our bad
a kitty
ideas.
with presence. Good lord.
No. Dread gaze. In
I would.
it's by a house cat.
Yeah, grown ass man.
Now I would suggest that if we do this plan, we spread out our forces across multiple high-rise buildings, because otherwise it would be far too easy for them to take them out all at once.
Just set up like
A
some
single
kill
well-placed
zones.
grenade should not be able to destroy our forces.
No. If they place them out the building, that's fine. Just like they would do in the Nakatomi Plaza thing, we'd build
I
barricades
suggest
up.
that we set up some kind of killing field outside of the building,
Yeah.
perhaps on top of the burial ground itself.
It seems like you watched the movie because that's exactly what they did.
But basically, like,
I have
remember,
never watched Die Hard in my life.
remember the raid where it's like they have the snipers across the.
They tried the snipers. They tried to push an APC, like a SWAT tank, through the front door of the plaza, but they had like a rocket launcher.
Yeah. No, but it's like we set up our guys as snipers in other buildings with views into, so when they're coming up,
Yeah.
they can cross shoot.
I have a feeling that they'll detect it
Precise.
because they're pretty smart
Fellas,
guys.
No.
fellas. First of all, we need to build me a vulture-sized headset so I can caw at you while I'm in flight. First of all, second of all, on one of the random buildings, put a bunch of grenades and firebombs I could just drop on them.
Oh, that's excellent.
So I can quote drop bows on them.
We were
Drop bows
we were thinking about helicopters and stuff, but we're like, yeah, but then fucking Marco's just
No,
gonna
dude,
around
I am your Apache helicopter. I sexually identify as an Apache attack helicopter.
Very well. I am not as disappointed as I thought I would be, so let us hear out your third plan.
What was the third plan? I forgot.
Third plan.
I just like totally
I think you
blanked.
went upstairs and you were like, think of a third plan.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't come up with a third plan.
So here's the third plan. We get a boat filled with molasses.
What? I don't
Right.
remember this.
No, it's okay.
What?
So we get a boat. It's filled with molasses.
Okay.
So the first thing is we get them on the boat. We set off some explosives. Molasses flows out. It's all sticky. They can't move. Then we sink the boat. Now they're underwater. They can't shoot. All right. So now
Why
they're
are they
sticky
going to get on this
characters
boat?
mute.
Why would they get on this boat?
because we're on the boat.
So how do we
Glad that your
escape?
character is mute.
Your character can have a notepad and pencil though, so he can just write on it.
Yeah,
like
no, he pulls out
Space
a
Station 13 mime style.
he pulls out a whiteboard and he just starts drawing, and he's just like boat, molasses, us, and it's just stick figures, and then it's stick figures of Marco and Ivan with angry eyebrows. They get on the boat, and it's like boat goes out to lake or sea. And then boom, and he's like, he gets some red marker. He just starts
God.
around. It's like
So what is this? What are we calling the squad? Like actually, in character, like the dwarf squad.
And
What are
you
we
want to
calling
embrace them, ghoul them, or just leave them as mortals?
the dwarf squad? We're gonna
Yeah.
probably leave them as mortals just
Yeah.
just because that's convenient.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
What are we gonna call? What are they called? Because I want to talk to them.
They have generic names. They're all right. The first one is Arnold McMuscle. He's a spokesman for the group.
The Crimson Task
Okay.
Force.
So Arnold, how skilled are you with long arms? Could you act as a sniper unit?
I couldn't, but one of my men could. He was a top sniper in the whole county. And then you bastards, you took us.
Yes. Well,
The Argent
that
Dawn.
aside, tragic backstories aside, I suppose that we could use you as mostly sniper units. After all, getting directly involved in a vampire fight as a mortal is one of the quickest ways to die, as I'm sure most of your men know.
But we're SWAT. We're door kickers.
Yes, and I can punch through walls.
Convincing arguments. Get us rifles.
And also,
We'll do what we can.
the SWAT
We
usually
know what
trains with
happens
snipers.
when we turn against you. It's,
Yes, it would end very poorly.
We've seen unspeakable things.
You will put.
I still kind of want to be close quarter dedicated close quarter unit because that will bring me the sweet release of death.
Do you really think that that is the escape? Did you not know that we are aligning ourselves with necromancers?
Fuck. my life, our lives are yours. Our
And
lives
the
are
dark
forfeit.
time.
For the Dark God, Cain. Nyan.
For Kane.
Dexter will take one of the dry erase markers and go up to Muscles McGreedy Head. He'll just
It's Arnold McMuscle.
Arnold McMuscles.
Don't say anything bad about him because
I had it legally changed.
I'm just gonna draw angry eyebrows on the Arnold McMuscles.
You honor me, Lord.
That's
I shall be your instrument of fury.
That's a Sharpie. Why is there a Sharpie on the dry erase board?
Because that's how the Sabat rolls.
Now we can't erase it, or
No,
someone's
you
going
have
to draw
you
a
have to draw
penis.
over it with the Sharpie and then erase it.
So someone's going to draw a penis and then draw cat features on it, and then someone's going to try to erase it, and it's going to be a penis, and everyone's going to laugh.
I make a fist and I just kind of like bump him on the chest.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very well.
so out of those three horrible plans, how do you guys feel? We have plan 1, which is terrorist attack. Plan 2, which is bank robber / terrorist attack. Number 3 is
He wrote sticky sinky.
sticky sinky.
Sticky sinky.
These are all horrible.
I believe that our best bet would be something resembling the second plan.
Nakatomi Plaza. That sounds good.
Turn Nakatomi Plaza into Nagasaki Plaza.
We're just
Oh my
going to have to
God.
find a suitable
Just call me
location.
B-52 because I'm gonna bomb their ass.
Oh man, that's gonna be
We will
good.
simply have to find a suitable location with several high-rises surrounding a open field.
C does have gumption. I agree. It's just I don't know if I want to go to a Coca-Cola factory or something and be like, can we put this on?
There is a Coca-Cola. There's like some kind of off-brand soda bottling plant in the city.
Yeah, I was also gonna say like it'd be funny if it's like the Joker. He just falls into a vat and he's like, nah.
You know, that's really funny for reasons that you don't understand yet.
Okay. We have like one final battle on a catwalk and he falls over into fucking molasses and then slowly sinks in. God.
Imagine and then 20 years later he gets dug out, and flips and
Just freaks out.
Yeah, this is what we can't keep saying this kind of shit because the people who write what is it? What are those fucking horrible vampire movies that everyone
Twilight.
No. Even worse
You're
than
saying
that.
those aren't horrible? Oh, even worse than that.
Even worse than
How?
Yeah, what were they called?
My Immortal?
No.
That's being
It
fake.
had Kate Beckinsale in it.
Man, I feel lucky that I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought they were like very peak 90s.
vampire movie?
Underworld. Yeah, Underworld.
Underworld.
Okay, I'm not saying Underworld is worse than
I
Twilight,
see.
but it's down there in my thing because I didn't particularly care for them. I thought they were fun
I
to
haven't
watch.
watched it, so
I have to put out there. I thought they were fun to watch at the time, but I rewatched them and I'm like, wow.
that's awful.
No, it's like going back to your post on MySpace and you're like, oh, why was I on this? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love that series. Writer. It's
Ironic.
okay. I like bad stuff, man. It's okay.
All right, so we should
Me
go
too,
out and
me
start. We should start scouting for locations where we can pull this off.
Okay, so what's plan do we want to start with? Do you want?
Well,
be,
before you go on, we're going to reiterate here. As long as you hold on to objects that are personally significant to them, so the bag's
Yeah.
full of loot, they can scry you. Right now, they can't do it because the area is warded. And the bags are out in the parking.
Yeah. So
But
they can hear us basically.
No,
So,
not now.
What we can do is we can leave the bags here for now, and then when we are ready when we've found our staging grounds, we can move them there.
Yeah, so they can't constantly watch you through cameras, but they can at any time they can take a moment to go see what's going on around the bags.
Unless they're in a warded area, like right now.
Oh, we just take it to a
Well,
nuclear
you're
power
in a
plant.
warded area. The
We'll stick-
bags aren't.
we'll
The
just
bags
take-
are just outside.
We could take the bags to a nuclear power plant and just leave it near the most radiated parts. Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Radiation doesn't do that much to vampires, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It just
Of
contaminates
course it
them, so
doesn't.
they just have to go through
Fucking White Wolf.
decontamination.
Fucking White Wolf.
Oof.
Now, if you did that to werewolves, that would make them so fucking butthurt.
I know. It's like the series no, the radiation does nothing to vampires. It's like radiation does everything to everything. I don't know if you know this, but radiation
It can-
in the grand scheme of the universe is pretty fucking crazy.
No,
Well,
like
the problem is that vampires can just magically shrug it off.
I
no,
know,
it can
I
burn.
know.
It can burn them if it's a really concentrated stuff, but it's like they're
Yeah.
not going to get cancer or anything like that.
Yeah, just
Yeah, because their cells don't divide.
So it's like they'd get hurt like cleaning up
yeah.
Chernobyl and all that, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they couldn't just walk up to the elephant's foot
Elephant
unless they
foot.
had a shit ton of fortitude.
That would be funny. That'd be a funny game. Cleaning up Chernobyl as vampires. It's a very wholesome game.
Well, that's like one of the potential scenarios is like after the end times, people just like enslave vampires and turn them for the good of society.
that's interesting. Yeah.
As a radioactive dog, I approve the radiation message. So I think, okay, we have these bags, we have all this stuff, we have these horrible ideas. Which one, as the group, do you guys want to do? I know that Ambrose said B. What does our resident kitty say? Carl is.
Nyan. I'd say I can go flying, scouting, looking for locations.
Oh,
know,
so
just any-
you vote B then?
Yeah. Honestly, any excuse to go into bird form and drop firebombs on people.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Well,
And-
you got to be able to source all these materials too.
Of course.
Because you have money, but you need connections.
Well, we were gonna so basically go the way I was thinking is we set it up as a Halloween party. I mean, originally it's gonna be Christmas, but we'll adjust for the current day, and then we'll set up as a Halloween party
And
because
they're fireworks.
yeah, and then when they all show up for the Halloween party, we just start going in there and taking hostages. The idea that I had, and I don't know if this is okay, was that we'd start like making them into shovel heads, the people who show up, so that way they have to do what we say. And then when Ivan and what's his name?
they don't have to do what you say if they're shovel heads.
They're actually like rabid animals.
Or
They'll just
ghouls.
Go after anything.
or
If
ghouls.
the problem with ghouls is that they're only. It takes 3 consecutive nights of feeding them for them to be fully bonded to you.
Ah.
You can control them through presence, but it's kind of like more like a Pied Piper kind of thing. Or you can just use like actual role playing and intimidation and shit. Like
They would just
Yeah.
actually.
I am
yeah,
very
take
intimidating.
hostage.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could just play Hans Gruber and have them all like be like herd animals and do
yeah,
these.
or like you could probably like do some. There's a lot of potential for like Stockholm syndrome type shit too. I'll
Yeah.
leave that up to your imagination.
Like that guy, like the guy who was like, Hans, booby, I'm your white knight. Have one of those like 1980s cokehead guys.
Yeah, like the one that killed Alexandra.
C4 vest and remote triggers, best ghoul ever. Yeah, no, we could set up so we can set up our snipers in surrounding buildings.
Yep.
And we can also set snipers up in the buildings on multiple different floors. We can then try to source some basic anti-material weapons. Because we're not. If we're doing this, we're also going to have. The normal police and SWAT trying to take us down. This is not like just for Ivan and what's his name, like
Marco.
we're Marco, exactly. Ivan and Marco.
We could bargain. We could bargain with the meatball.
That was
because
another
he had-
idea because we were
Because
like
he has pretty significant control over the
we're
police now because all his competition for police work is gone.
yeah. So we could always ask him to call the police off at the right moment, but still stay.
Well, if you're
Or
doing
have them set up a perimeter.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah,
gets
like,
out.
You can't. No fucking vampire can just make the entire police force be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna ignore this massive
Yeah.
hostage situation and terrorist threat going on in the middle of downtown.
Yeah, but they can set up a perimeter so nobody
yeah,
can
so
get
they
in
can
and
just
out.
be like, hold up, we need to call for a negotiator from the state.
Yeah, exactly, and that will give time for Marco and Ivan, if they want to. I don't know if they're like, that's
Well, okay, I'll tell you this about their psychology. Both of them are pretty high humanity. So if you're gonna do shit like threaten mass murder of innocents, they're probably
in their
gonna
name.
respond. They're not complete morons about it. Like you can't just put a gun up to a mortal and be like, "Now you have to kill yourself, Marco, or else I kill this dude."
No.
So-
We were gonna
so
do
you're
all of
telling
this
me-
in
you're
their.
telling me-
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying. So, you're telling me I can't just duct tape a bunch of babies to myself and be immune from them?
They'd figure out. Well, it would give them.
Ya.
It would make them target you first and figure out a way to counteract that.
That's what the
You
Punisher
can't
did.
even knock me down.
No, like the idea was to make it seem like they were the ones about to execute these hostages to the public, and create manifesto saying we want all this, and then
All right.
and meanwhile
so
we're
what
also
you're saying is you want Maria to turn 2 of your dwarfs into duplicates of those guys.
basically.
All right,
so we
she
can
immediately grabs both of them and they start gurgling and screaming as she just starts forcibly rearranging their facial features and skin tone
Jesus.
Interesting.
until you have a kind of squat, muscular Mexican-looking dude with shaved head and this kind of taller, leaner, Slavic-looking guy with very cold blue eyes.
Wow, you guys are the spitting image of all our enemies. All right. So what we're gonna do, I suppose we'd need to get all these arms and everything set up.
Maria, off to the side, I would ask Maria, are you interested in a cultural exchange of disciplines?
Well, that's interesting, but we don't have time.
Yes, of course, later.
You were very agreeable. Our previous La Sombra was not.
An idiot.
Well, he got beat up by 2-bit.
Demand a football helmet filled with cottage cheese. That way you can go to the insanity defense. That's true.
There.
That's
Demand of football. Fucking.
Law
Right.
5.
Okay,
Wow.
the Prophet Ezekiel, beloved by all, starts doing some dominate bullshittery to basically like indoctrinate the doubles to be able to kind of imitate their who they're supposed to be disguised as.
perfect. These guys will be the guys that'll be on the radio. These will be the guys that'll be like standing in front of the windows.
Very interesting.
But that means that Marco and Ivan are going to have to take these guys down, so they're going to be primo targets. And also,
but
we're taking
also
innocents.
the reason that the perimeter defense is going to work is because the city doesn't have a SWAT team anymore.
right,
You do.
right, which means that
Damn right.
they're going to have to try to get out of that situation, into the situation and out of the situation without being caught on camera. Because we're going to have news. It's going to be fucking Die Hard on this motherfucker. This is going to be great. We're also going to steal money from the vault because that's the idea.
Of course.
Because if we can take out Marco and Ivan and also walk away with millions of dollars in bearer bonds, that'll be fucking sweet. But if it all blows up in our
Marco and
face,
Ivan
I'm
legitimately
fine
the
with
only
that.
Vampires left.
And if you decide, and John McClane is at your party, then that'll be fucking hilarious. Anyway.
No, they're not. The other one there's also Alexandra, who's holed up in the Chantry, and there's Malcolm, who basically tipped off the werewolves and is presumably working with them to, quarantine the city.
He'd probably have fucked off by now.
Maybe.
'Cause he
Either
doesn't
way, the
want-
pack's going
'cause he
after
wouldn't
him.
want his family to die,
Yeah, either way, the pack is going after him.
bruh.
Where did we get dwarfs? We just got them because it's.
They're not
the-
dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're SWAT. They're the city SWAT team that the rest of the pack captured
Yeah.
several nights ago, and they just held on to them. And they're like, "Yeah, we don't like ordering mortals around. They're fucking garbage. You can."
Yeah. We have a whole SWAT team. I think our Nakatomi Plaza thing. So we're gonna need to get arms. We're gonna need to get. I would say we're gonna need an escape route, and I would go with the Nakatomi
Those
Plaza.
two members of the pack, the youngsters,
Hmm.
the new recruits for the Thorns.
Yes.
Would it be possible to enter negotiations with them for arms?
Yeah. I mean, they can sell you. They can basically sell you a bunch of guns at a premium, especially if you trade. If you give them the magical Kopesh that burns to the touch, they can get you some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Then it is done.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
The prophet Ezekiel, beloved by all, immediately starts spilling his own blood all over the Kopesh, basically desecrating it and laughing to himself as he does. You've never seen him laugh. It's quite disturbing. I'd replicate it, but I don't think I could do it justice.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we
Do you
have.
want me to do the Twitch laugh?
No,
Uh,
that's
yeah,
not
probably not correct.
no.
No, that's fine. So we're gonna get the arms. We're gonna need an ambulance, and we're gonna need to park that ambulance in the underground garage.
I'm sure we can steal one fairly easily.
And paramedic
Okay.
uniforms, because we need
they
we need
they
to
have-
exfiltrate the building with the money, and
Although,
also
if I recall,
we need
does
to.
the meatball not have medical influence?
This who?
Perhaps we could, the meatball.
Yeah.
Because
Perhaps
eventually,
we could purchase the services of an ambulance from him to ignore the trouble of being, stealing one.
if all goes well, we can order our SWAT team. If this is a huge if we destroy Marco and Ivan, or they're just somehow incapacitated, we could, quote unquote, send in our SWAT team to go in and be like, we got him, and it's really, it's the guys we
Yeah.
made. But then we can escape via the ambulance that's going to be parked underground. And make it seem like, oh, there are people injured, but we have all our money and our fucking. That's the sail off into the sunset ending, which will probably not happen. We're probably all going to die in a horrible explosion, which is most likely the case. But it's going to be
We do
great.
have a chance now, though. So.
Yes, that's why I'm doing this. I want to have a chance, but I want that chance to be fucking stupid. So let's Die Hard this shit up. I want to do Die Hard.
Right.
This
Alright.
is gonna be great.
Die Hard, but for Sabat Christmas instead
But-
of regular Christmas.
But before we go on, how does our DM feel about all of this?
You can try it. All right, so
What do you think our chances are?
No, I don't want to
well,
know.
you need to think of a counter for the hounds just rush up to you in motorcycles or teleport behind you and empty an automatic shotgun full of incendiary rounds into your face and then teleport away.
Like in,
Well, I mean, but aren't we going to be on a different floor and
Yeah.
not visible to them?
yeah, like
I
They
mean,
won't know where we are.
Well,
they'll be able to track your general movements.
Not if we
Based on the
not if
loot.
not if we abandon the fucking
So you're gonna give all the gear to the meatball.
yeah, I was
or we
thinking.
could just abandon it on the roof or something, and then they're like, "Huh,
The
they
problem
are
is-
here."
As you transport it, what I'm saying is they can hit you and transfer it. There's no grace period.
I was gonna
right.
say no. I was thinking we get rid of the weapons anyway, and then I just sort of put out like all these like.
well, guys, consider this. What I can do is, I can grab some in my Condor form, and I have Potence 1 now. I can
Yeah,
probably
but then you
carry
might
all
get sniped.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
Oh, but obfuscate does that deflect the scrying?
Maybe. I mean,
They won't be
Auspice
able to.
isn't
They can.
planned
They can.
forever.
They can scry me and get like a general idea of where I am, but to actually target me with like a fucking scope, they'd be basically aiming at the air.
Hmm.
I guess
It'd be-
that would be very difficult to do.
Let's put it in perspective. It
So
would be
you
the
can
equivalent-
transport stuff for us if we need it transported.
What I'm saying is, I can grab these bags and I can fly to some basically like red herring location.
To buy you time.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just take. You could like fucking Mach 2
But
it.
we should keep all the truly valuable things.
I was gonna say you could Mach 2 the weapons away from us, like drop it, just like drop them on top of a werewolf Karen stone, and then Mach 2 it back to fucking base. If you want to just be like a dick.
No, because then the werewolves will just yoink that shit.
I mean, they'd have
Yeah, we don't want to arm them.
That's fair. I mean, what are they gonna do with it anyway? They're already powerful.
Use it.
Use it, become more powerful.
Give it to their kinfolk.
Bargain with Marco and Ivan.
Maybe.
Maybe if they'll
That would
stoop
be
so
bad.
low.
Yeah, if they stoop that low, they wouldn't bargain
Unless you
with.
give it
Wait,
to
they'll
like,
bargain with Ivan and Marco, but not Richard Hawk. I mean, come
No,
on.
that guy. Well, Richard Hawk kind of ran him over and then tried to back up and run him and finish the job.
That's true.
Also, that guy was the crazy psychotic, like hillbilly werewolf type.
No, it's okay. Richard gives the best hugs anyway.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, yeah, we just need to get rid of the weapons, because what I was gonna do is have my character start embedding things on the internet, like manifestos and all these ideas, and fake posts, stuff like that, and then kind of
And making it like date back months and stuff.
yeah, make it look like they've been planning this for months, so that way when the FBI eventually does investigate all this, they can pin it on Marco and Ivan. and be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? These guys were planning this for a long time under our nose. How did we not notice this?
Oh, also misidentify Ivan as a Ukrainian.
Perfect.
That'll get him really mad, because he's not.
Okay.
But
What do
no,
you-
no, no, as a communist too.
No, as a Chechen.
Oh,
Ugh.
well, no, he wouldn't have that prejudice. He's from like fucking Tsarist Russia, dude. Nobody cared about the Chechens back then.
But yeah, I wasn't going to take the weapons with us because once we go live with the whole Die Hard scenario,
We're going live!
yeah, they're going to know where we're at anyway. They're just not going to know what floor we're on. They're not going to know what the building's
yeah,
like.
so
They have to.
teleporting in would be teleporting in blind, potentially into a nest of machine guns.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
And also the other thing to do is basically to adopt a triangle formation while we're waiting for him to teleport in, where we're basically all overwatching each other's backs.
Back to back. Yeah, well, no, that's perfectly sound. Let's see. So we got our weapons. Do we get anti-material stuff? Go, because that's what we're gonna.
Anti-material gear the pack does not have on such
Yeah,
a
they
short
do.
notice.
Okay.
No.
They had Arsenal 5.
No, they didn't have Arsenal 5. They had like Arsenal 3.
Okay, so they don't.
Oh, I thought it was 5.
They don't have
No.
like jank RPGs or anything.
No, they have IEDs,
Okay.
but they don't have anything you
Oh,
can.
and they can
Well,
make-
wait, actually, no, they
they
do
can
have
make
something you can
easily.
launch them out of. It's the Butler Man. He can just eat that shit.
I can throw things quite far.
Well, I was gonna say if you just give the Butler Man like a bunch of mortars and he just starts throwing them out the window, or even better, give the mortars
can
to our
chuck shit pretty
Condor, who just flies overhead dropping mortars on people.
What is this? A fucking cartoon?
I mean, in all fairness, I can chuck things pretty
Go-
good.
This is not a cartoon, but it's slowly turning into one because we have Die Hard going on, and then we have.
Man, if we were playing like War of the Apocalypse, this would be a cartoon because you can do some, or Mage. You can do some Looney Tune shit.
Oh man.
Mage, you can do literally anything as long as you have the stats to back it up.
Okay. So we need lots of firearms and ammunition, things that we're gonna need to take down a building and hold it, because we're gonna. And then we're also gonna need. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll take that one. Yeah.
Dexter being like the Punisher over here. Are you gonna do the?
That's pretty much the only noise that he can make.
Yeah.
He can exhale.
Yes. We're gonna need a lot of machine guns. Ooh. Hmm.
What about like an AK?
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have any automatic rifles or anything. I wasn't trying to be like super technical. I meant like machine guns in the general audience sense. Yeah. I know. But yeah, anything that can fire automatic would be nice. As many as we can get for our characters, so everyone has one at least.
I need one.
Yeah, we will. Because these guys are going to be fucking teleporting. They're going to be fast as shit. And if we stop them for a second, I want all of these bullets to be inside of their body.
Yeah.
I don't want them to have a chance to be like, okay, yeah, and if anything, if Ivan decides to like do some magic bullshit, we'll just shoot that thing with machine guns. Yay! 762 party. Awesome. Exactly.
What about body armor?
Yeah, we're gonna need body armor. So did Goat and everyone else's mic just cut out? No. Is that just you? No. Hold on one sec, guys. I gotta restart the microphone. I don't know why the microphone cut out. Guys, they can't hear us on stream. Our microphone died. One sec.
All right. What else would be useful? Do
The joke is that I don't use firearms. You know what? I'm gonna use them 2-bit style.
Oh my god.
Use,
Just
chuck
throw
them
them.
at people. Whenever somebody's out of ammo, just give me their gun. Whenever somebody like completely runs out of ammo, just give me your gun and I'll throw them bayonet first and kill someone with it.
All right, I fixed it. Ugh.
do they have any like magical items?
We just traded in a magical item.
Well, yeah, but like any kind of lesser kind of like wards or
Yes.
like amulets or things like that.
Maria has this old,
There we go.
medieval-looking blunderbuss with the 2 barrels.
The shotgun.
The shotgun.
Oh man, a wizard did that. A wizard made that for them.
Yeah.
He just left it there, lying around
Okay,
for
so
everyone to just get whenever they want.
But what makes you think you're worthy of the shotgun?
Okay, so here's how the shotgun works. You know how shotguns work?
Yes.
So imagine a ye olde shotgun, but the grape shot, when it passes through the barrel, gets enlarged to cannonballs.
Oh, cool. Oh. Ooh.
all right. What do you get?
It's a wizard. A wizard made them and
Yeah.
threw a bunch, and just because he needed a bunch of them,
Mhm.
and he just left one on the ground and they
Left
picked it up.
Um.
He's very irresponsible.
No, he needed one. He just got so many successes he made a shit ton and left the rest lying around for us.
Yeah. So he has a bunch of shotguns.
So Dex shoot good.
Well, it's wits for shoot good.
Yeah. So he's
So-
he wants to try and
Oh right, your name is Dex.
Yes.
Duh, fucking.
he
I had full of retard moment. For
he
that.
wants to try and impress Maria. So like
Please give the shotgun.
he'll take the new AK-47 and he'll call his shot, like he'll point at something like way off in the distance and he'll try and shoot it.
All right, roll wits firearms, and you can choose a difficulty. The higher the difficulty is, and assuming you succeed, the more impressed you'll be.
Okay. We'll go difficulty 8.
That's not super impressive.
No?
All right, you hit a
What,
head-sized target.
difficulty 8 isn't super impressive?
No, not to her. She's like, oh,
I see you're a crack shot with precision weapons. That means the AK will serve you just fine.
He shrugs.
Ambrose just is an awful shot. So
Yeah.
he could probably use the shotgun because he could handle the kickback without even flinching.
Yeah, but Maria doesn't want to pass up on the opportunity to launch silver cannonballs at werewolves.
That's true.
So, what else do we need to get this Die Hard thing going? I'm asking the crew.
So we got guns.
We got guns.
We got
We need to
rifles.
find a
rifles.
location
We
that's
got
like good
armor.
with a good killing field.
You have one.
Yeah, the bank. That bank that's
Alright.
downtown.
Yep, that
It's a
thing.
giant like high rise.
We got to give Dillian some time to like hack some shit.
I can hack it in there. It'd probably take me a couple hours.
All right.
I just need to get me to a computer, and
Just
I can
get
get
you
it
there.
right going right now.
All right. So you start doing that once we get you inside.
Well, no, I could do it now if I can get to a computer.
Don't you have like a laptop?
I kind of do.
Mm.
Mr. GM, I need to start putting this shit on the internet.
Well, then you're gonna have to leave the hangar that hasn't been used since 1945.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to do it on site because then it's like we're in the middle of the fucking
Yeah.
mission and it's like, oh wait, I couldn't do
have to get in.
This is pre-planning. We have to set it up first.
Chat has a good question.
What's that?
Can you guys get dragonfire rounds for your shotguns?
Oh.
I don't even know how to use my shotgun, so it's probably useless on me, but it's a very good idea for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's a very good. Well, it's a very maybe not for you guys, but for the dwarf squad because they're not afraid of fire.
Yeah, let's see if we can
that's
get
why
them
we're keeping them mortal.
how much would it cost us to get dragonfire rounds for everybody?
Let's see. Well, let's see how much the pack can spare for you. Okay. Alright, so that's basically like one reload of dragon breaths for each of your boys that have shotguns, which is 4 of them.
Excellent.
So
What kind of shotgun is it?
it's just like a Mossberg that has a bunch of like tactical attachments for SWAT
So we
people.
couldn't have gotten like one of the large clipazines.
You could, but the pack doesn't have that on hand. You'd have to go to Meatball
okay.
or something for
We're
that.
we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. We don't have a whole lot of time to take these guys down. We have like what? How many days? 6 days?
Week.
7 days? Yeah. So
We have to survive their onslaught for a week or kill them within that time.
yeah, and we can
Yeah.
do it. We can easily we can easily be killed in this week. So what I would say is let's go.
Current objective: survive.
Yeah, let's go to let's get to a place where the internet is. Let's take those weapons and get them the fuck out of here.
Well, we could just leave them with Ezekiel. He knows how to unfuckery them.
Yeah, let's just do that. And then because once we kick off the plan, they're gonna know where we're at. We don't need the weapons for them to find us.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be
Yeah.
too happy with where we're at, and they're also not gonna be happy with the fact that we've set all this up.
So is the butler giving up that battle axe?
I don't know how to fight melee.
Okay.
I took it specifically as loot, not to use.
It's really cool. So sure, it's a shame.
I mean, I have 3 dots
Alright.
of melee. Wait, how much bonus damage is it?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
What's the to hit?
7.
Is there in melee? Are there ways to reduce difficulty? I don't think there are.
I mean, if you like dedicate yourself to like a combat style, but you're not gonna learn.
Yeah, I
fucking
don't do that. No, but I
Hmm.
have
Viking.
but I have 3 dice of melee, so that I could make somebody eat 15 damage with that.
Yeah.
But I don't really need it because I have other ways of making people get murdered.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
I have a
all right. So
lot
you
of-
basically you're just gonna give up on including the Obrez and the shit ton of medieval weapons and armor.
Yeah, I mean at
All
this point we
the
don't.
Paxes are just gonna dispose of it if you're not gonna hold on to it because otherwise they don't want to fight the hounds and the werewolves at the same time.
No, go right ahead. Dispose of it if you
I
need
mean,
to.
We don't want to dispose of it.
Why?
We could sell it to the meatball because he could use it to curse them or something.
I guess
If
that's
you can reach the meatball.
yeah. I don't know if I want to take the chance of driving down the
We
street
have
and then
his
Marco
number,
just
sir.
rides up with like an automatic shotgun and blows
We
us
have
away.
his number, don't we?
And I can buy us time with my bullshit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but we have his numbers. We can
I could
literally
just
just
Flappy
walk
Boy.
outside and be like, "Yes, hello, Mr. Meatball."
Well,
Yeah.
it's your call. The pack says that whatever you do, the Dark Father watches over you.
Okay. Well then, if you guys really want to sell it to the meatball, I don't see a problem with it. I would just say, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to take and fly those weapons away at Mach 2 because I don't want fucking nothing personnel kid to happen while we're driving down the street. Because I want to
Also,
do
you
Die
probably
Hard.
Also, you probably should vacate this building as soon as you can.
Of course.
Because they know you're here.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna do then.
Cain be with you.
And blood be upon you. Thank you so much.
Does Galatath have any final parting words for his child who's now all grown up?
Well, golly gee, I'm so proud of you there, little sport. I just know you're gonna go on to bigger and better things as you slaughter those filthy animals.
I'm looking forward to drowning in blood. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, be sure to take a couple pictures. I definitely am gonna post them on the refrigerator once you get back.
Already got the
survive.
Polaroid.
Well, that's just swell.
All right. Then I guess we part ways. And I guess Mr. Bird Hawkman flies the stuff away, right? At Mach 2.
Bird Hawkman can take half of it, and well, no, he has opponents. Yeah, he could take
Why
all
don't
of it in one
we
go.
Why don't we call the meatball first? So I'll call up the meatball.
Yeah. Well, you can just call the meatball up, but we just need to get the weapons.
I'll talk to him Italian to Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, you call
I'm
it.
gonna have to portray the meatball. You're not gonna talk to yourself.
What? Are you saying that I cannot talk to myself like a psychopath?
No. I would say have
This Gollum type shit.
have GPS take our weapons and fly them away, so we're not like a
We
moving
could just
target.
Let's just have somebody other than Butler Man do the negotiations. so
Yeah.
I'll
And
be-
then on the way there, we can just have you call the meatball. But we need to get
Alright.
out of this location.
So Flappy Boy, are you just gonna pick that shit up and go?
Pick that shit.
Meow.
First I'll give him a quick dab, obfuscate, turn it.
Oh my
Dab with one
God.
of your wings.
Wow.
Just no, do like the wing dab where you turn into the vulture. Like dab with half your body.
Now I'm gonna fucking dab with him, and then I'm gonna fly away.
Dabbing isn't even a thing yet.
It is now.
Wow.
Yeah, he's starting it. He's the OG. Actually, no, he's gonna flip him the bird while he's a bird.
Wow. This is great.
Alright. Ring ring, who's calling the meatball?
Who wants to do the negotiations?
Probably well there's two options here, and one of them is mute.
So,
Well,
so I guess it'd be me. I'll do the
Unless
negotiation.
Dexter wants to like do it in Morse code or something.
No, I'll do it. It's fine.
He would know
Alright.
Morse code too.
You've reached the office of the meatball.
Who picked up?
You hear loud
Officer
chewing.
Meatball, how can we help you?
Yeah, I'd like to. Good morning. I'd like to speak to the meatball, please.
Who should I say is calling?
Oh, this is the leader of the Crimson Spine, Dylan Dottery. We're friends with the meatball. We work with the Sabat.
All right, she tells you to hang on for a 2nd
Mhm.
and after a couple of minutes, she says, the meatball picks up the phone. I'm finishing Mr. Dottie.
It's good to hear
How
your
can I help?
voice again.
I bet. So, how can I help you?
Well, we got a whole bunch of nice little weapons we'd like to offload on your lordship, if you don't mind.
I assume they're cursed?
Oh yeah,
Or something
totally
like that?
cursed. They're the most cursed things we've ever picked up.
Hey, well, if it's cursed, whoever cursed it is gonna, it's gonna be a pretty big psychic link to him. So that can backfire.
That's right. We have got a nice little bird guy who's gonna fly it right out to your office.
And I'm to assume that this is from the some of the remaining Camarilla members.
Quite
Something like that.
possibly. Who knows what kind of
right.
nasty business they got into? Those guys are getting into everything. It's kind of like
Boss.
sand.
If you're trying to pick up too many desserts, you're gonna just ruin your food.
That's what I think.
So, what do you want? What's in it for you guys?
Well, we're going to take them out, and we're just going to give you some nice weapons in return for your
So
assistance.
this is a distraction.
Well, and then he kind of goes into the idea, like just the basic outline of how he'd like to have the police set up a perimeter. Yeah.
Be really
All right, I can make
convenient.
sure that they don't interfere.
We want it.
At
We
least not
definitely
too
want them
much.
to be there, but we don't want them to go into the building. Otherwise, they'll die a horrible death.
All right, I'll have them set up a perimeter.
That'll be just swell.
I'll have them leave a little space over on the south side for people to go in and out. Just a little one, really small.
Just let
Nobody's
them.
gonna know unless
just-
you know it's there, or you're looking for a way in.
Well, I would say make it tight, but only allow ambulances to go in and out.
All right, I can do that.
Excellent. Because if we don't get out in the ambulance, we're probably dead. So that's why I'm like, okay, works for me.
All right, I'll arrange for transportation.
Excellent. Park it in the underground garage, and after we're done, that'll be good.
All right. That for your cursed weaponry and such. I think
The
that's
meatball
fair
hears a
deal.
rat tat tat on his window.
He looks over.
There's a vulture carrying like 2 duffel bags. muffled rat.
It's
Oh, hey, what's up, guy?
he's like dabbing at the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he dabs at he gives him a quick dab.
Dabs on him.
He flips open the window and inspects some of the items.
Alright, he sees a bunch of genuine medieval weapons. Some of them are reproductions. One of them is actually a 1,000-year-old sword. And there's also this Mosin that got partially cut down. What? It's pretty valuable, but he knows who the owner of this is.
Interesting. Man.
It's not really that
Not having a
valuable.
good week, huh?
So you're saying some of those weapons are like flea market, like
No,
wall
no.
hangers?
They're They're not wall hangers. They're like
They're high
They're like
quality
professional-
representation.
yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
okay,
his sire
Intended
is a Viking,
gotcha.
so you learned how to
Like a
actually stuff.
literal Viking Age Viking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So those are like So like compared to Hema and Renaissance fair type shits, he like learned the actual techniques and materials and shit.
Like the dude could probably legitimately make an Ulfbert.
Yeah.
We don't have dwarves.
Hopefully it's
They're not
impressive
dwarves.
by today's technology, but yeah.
Well, no, but like updated to today's technology and with Ulfbert and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good. You know,
So yeah, it's mostly valuable as leverage against the hounds if they win the fight.
Yeah. So you,
It's like, okay, I'm gonna give you the weapons. We don't have to go to war.
yeah, you got.
Let me
We're
live.
going for the meatball.
It's a good
Yeah, okay.
deal for everyone involved.
I'll consider this a good deal.
Except the hounds.
Yeah, everybody except the hounds gets a good deal.
Yeah, but fuck the hounds.
Yif.
All right, this sounds good.
All right.
You
Well,
guys, good luck with it.
yeah, we'll call you as soon as
Probably
we're
gonna
ready.
need it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need it. We'll call you as soon as it's underway. You'll probably see it on the news.
All right, I'll get ready to suppress stuff.
Quite excellent. And then he just hangs up. So now I just need to get to an internet connection, so I can start Hackerman the internet.
I sure hope you don't bumble into another one of the hounds' safe houses by accident.
Well, you
don't
control
worry, we
the
will.
game. You could be like, yeah, you fell into a pit of spiders. I mean, it was,
you absolutely could. I'll tell you this right now: the hounds absolutely do have at least one safe house in the industrial zone. I mean, fucking these guys. I mean,
No.
like abandoned arms factories and shit. These guys are all about that.
let's just go to the library. It's a lot easier.
All right, so we are looking for a place with internet. I think the easiest is a public library or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Good old library. All right, so that's what we'll do.
So you're gonna drive up in your Chevy full of IEDs.
Just to curse what we're doing, he's going to say while driving over, one of our foes is a, how you say it, Mir. So, I mean, it's possible that the library contains one of his havens.
Quite possible, but I don't know. I need to go somewhere where there's internet. I can't think of anything.
We could go
All
to
right,
the
so what are you gonna do
university.
with the dwarf squad? Are they just gonna hang off your your pickup truck full of IEDs like
They're gonna go
fucking
get
migrant farm workers?
No, they're gonna go stake out where they're gonna need to be staged up, so that way they can become familiar with the area.
And they better fucking
My
practice
lord,
their shots.
we're all wearing SWAT gear and carrying heavy weapons. How are we gonna reach there unnoticed?
Don't they have
Do you have a
cars?
do you have a swap truck?
Yeah,
No.
don't we have like a Wonder Bread truck or something?
Tell everybody that you're doing maneuvers. You're practicing maneuvers.
Do we have like a
Well, we don't-
squeaky
no, 'cause
clean?
that's suspicious. People will spread rumors about that, and they could get taken out before we get into the.
Yeah, don't we have like a Wonder Bread truck
We
or a
should get
squeaky
them, Don't we
clean?
have can't we get them some civilian clothes and have them carry their shit in duffel bags in the
Yeah.
back of their car or whatever?
Yeah.
Didn't we
Okay.
keep the white windowless van from that one character that died?
Yeah.
No,
they can.
that got blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That got car bombed. All right, so you're gonna have to just walk, do the long walk to the financial district in civilian clothing, with duffel bags.
They don't have to walk. They could take a bus or something or taxis.
Yeah. Those are fine.
We have fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not really an object.
We needs okay then. Can you give us some money then? The Ivan double says.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just give them not 1,000. Let's give them $100 each.
All right, so $1,000 total. All right.
Yeah,
Done.
because I was gonna say $1,000 each, but then I realized that's way too much.
That's still barely putting a dent in your treasury. All right. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
and
drive
we
over
say-
to the.
We'll say that if they don't fuck up, then they'll get $1,000 bonus after this.
Yeah. We pay
Alright.
our dwarfs very handsomely.
Yeah, I mean $1,000 in a night is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So we want them to be inconspicuous, civilian clothes, or they can show up as janitors. I don't care. As long as they can get in, scope the area out around the banks, perimeter, and find good spots for them.
All right.
Yeah.
They have cell phones, so they'll contact you once they're in position. All right, so you get into your pickup truck with a tarp thrown over all the IEDs in the bed.
God, we have so many IEDs.
It gets a little hairy when you almost have a little collision, but
Oh wow.
I have enough driving that this isn't a problem.
yeah. But I'm just friendly reminder.
Just some
All right.
flavor.
You reach the library; it's closed.
Okay.
When has
It's
that
empty.
that
and
ever
all
stopped
the lights are off.
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
I'm not saying it is. I'm just.
I'm
letting
gonna
you know.
I'm gonna disable the alarm and
Is it locked or something?
Yes.
I open it. It's not locked.
Well, hang on. Dylan was doing some hacker man shit.
yeah, I
here.
want to disable the alarm
What
first.
kind
So
of library has alarms?
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have even more people shooting up in the bathrooms than usual.
Yeah, I was also going to say, have you ever been in an inner city before? So, yeah, we're going to do... I'm just going to go ahead and hack that alarm. What do I need to roll for that?
With security, I think it appears as larceny in this version of sheet we're using.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
What difficulty?
5. It's not very common.
There we go.
Yeah, you
It's
just
a
sneak a couple-
government-funded library.
Yeah, in the world of darkness.
They definitely.
So it's like there was a chance I was just a dummy anyway.
Well, the World
Alright,
of Darkness has government-funded libraries. That sounds nice.
Very shittily one.
Um,
Just
anyway,
to prolong their suffering. All right, you're now in the library. It's very quiet. It's a library.
okay, so I just go onto the internet and I start making the posts and stuff. What do I need to roll for that?
That would be probably wits expression.
What's expression?
Dex is gonna read Garfield while this is
Wait, I don't have any expression.
Can I help him with? Can I help him with manipulation expression. Like I come up with it and he does the hack.
Yeah.
you do. Okay, so you do Wits expression to hack Reno and shit. You roll Wits computers. So Dexter's just gonna start reading Garfield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him read Garfield.
Yeah, he's
You're
What's
just
the,
gonna read it to him, assuming he's illiterate.
for Hacker Man? What's the
Yeah,
what's the
I'm just gonna
difficulty?
sit on his shoulder as a cat, just read it passively.
What should I roll to come up with the manifesto?
Wits expression. You're doing this on the fly.
And also,
Isn't it manipulation?
Yeah, sure.
Make him be an incel.
Difficulty 6, right?
What kind of like manifesto ideology are you doing?
Incels.
communistic.
Too early for
Yeah,
incels.
communists.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
the Columbine kids happened. I mean, you could mix and match it. It doesn't have to be a coherent fucking man. It doesn't actually have to be coherent.
No, it's just
making them commies would piss Ivan off the most. So
And-
you gotta
and-
make them commies of some kind.
we're
To
making
bring back the Ukrainian
No,
SSR.
you know what?
yeah.
It's gonna be it'll be like the fucking communist, but also fucking shit. What would piss off Marco?
Mm-hmm.
Well, putting anything in there for killing innocents will probably do something.
It would be communist and Marco.
Talk shit. It's anti-clerical. Talk shit about the Catholic Church.
Oh, yeah, okay, so-
that's kind of a gamble as to which one of them it is that's out there. But
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
so
because
we-
like to piss off the younger Marker, you'd have to do something like advocate for banning Linux, or something like that.
Well, before you guys get into that, for the Hacker Man, what's the difficulty that I'm rolling?
Well, where are you going to leave all these artifacts? Are you going to like public, forums?
He's gonna make like a one of those like private like forums that you would make back then.
Like those eight. Okay, that's easy. That's like difficulty. I'm only saying the difficulty 6 because to represent the volume.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have super good. Like if you're going to hack into the FBI's system and then leave a
put
bunch of
them as,
records. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to bump them on the FBI's most wanted
So-
list.
So no, I'm not gonna bump them on there. I can put them on there. Not actually put them up on a certain ranking. Just they're in there. They're somewhere.
Yeah, like near the bottom or whatever.
All right, we'll give me another hack check at difficulty 8 then if you're gonna just break into police system on the fly.
Okay,
and
well first,
create criminal records for
before
the
we
guys.
do that, let's have GoFlux put his.
Yeah, should I? It'll be an atheist communist manifesto.
Atheist Communist Manifesto for closed source
That'll piss
and
off
Apple.
both of them.
because
It'll
I
piss
want to.
off both of them for various reasons, so it'll be great.
Yeah.
Difficulty what? 6 default.
Yeah, default.
I write a pretty good manifesto.
You're right. You kind of tempted to just make it like several hundred pages, but you go. How long was Elliot Rogers' manifesto?
It was pretty long. IIRC.
Yeah.
Let me Google that and get on another watch list.
Look, if researching Elliot Rodger is wrong, then
Monkey Jones proved that right.
Fucking monkey. All right, let's see. Oh man, I forgot how melodramatic this was.
dude, it's so funny.
He's Elliot. What a fucking loser. All right.
I mean, his situation is tragic, but also it's really funny.
His reaction to it is all right. He had a 200-page manifesto.
Holy fuck!
205 pages
I'm
as
so
a
glad
TXT
that I
file.
only read the fucking summary.
Yeah, Monkey Jones read the whole
That
thing
shit's
out
so
loud and
funny.
put it on YouTube. You get like a 50-page manifesto. You're not
Yeah,
going to
that's
spend
fine.
time with that.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
And you blatantly plagiarize from other manifestos as well. Because why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know about plagiarism. I mean, killing people is one thing, but academic integrity, you gotta take that shit seriously.
Okay, so you guys write the manifesto. We have that written on the internet now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So now we can definitely get them investigated. Now, before I do the FBI hack, I want to set something up here because this is dangerous. Because this could ruin our whole plan. What I'd like to do is have you guys set it up so if I fail at breaking into the FBI and we get traced, I want you guys to set this library on fire.
Of course.
Yes, set the library on fire the second I fail this, and we're getting the fuck out of here. Because I don't want them to trace back. I want our manifesto to stick. I don't want them to go back and be like, oh, they just made it up on this computer. I want this computer to be ashes.
I just got an IAD in my hand, just waiting.
All right.
Like
Does that sound good, Mr. GM?
shaking a little bit.
Okay,
Does that sound fine with you?
you
Yep.
can do it. There's nothing preventing you from doing it.
Okay. And then
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with burning this shit down because that would divert all the attention from what we're planning on doing.
it just calls the fire department. I mean, police would show up, but the meatball handles that anyway.
Sucks it's a library, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. The only character you had that cared about that. She got beat with a hammer.
She died.
Doom, 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 doom.
Oof.
So I'm gonna do the FBI
So
hack.
does
It was
this happen to be
difficulty.
one of their havens, by the way.
No.
So this is difficulty 8 for the FBI.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Shit.
Hacker man.
7
You
successes.
detect the critical error in the FBI system that they're probably gonna it's probably like an entire department is gonna get fired over, and they're probably gonna be like they're gonna be talking about this in textbooks.
Well, if Dylan goes
Like
down
the
in
little,
history,
like,
this is it.
like the CompTIA Security Plus Study Guide is probably gonna reference this.
This will be. They'll make a whole series on Amazon about this later.
Yeah, or they
Thankfully, it was never
make up
exploited.
Yeah. All right. So what are you gonna? So what do you want to do with the FBI's system?
I'm gonna put.
Give records with non-existent officers going back months, so that they get fucking Mandala affected.
Yeah, I want them to. I definitely want them
Wait,
to have.
who the fuck is that? Wait, we have records on them? Johnson, what the fuck? Wait,
Yeah.
this guy doesn't exist. Do we have fucking?
Yeah, I want them
Did we
to.
lose some guys?
I definitely want to put some kind of record in there that makes them go, wait a minute, these guys have no background. Who the fuck are these guys? And then it starts investigating them even further. So even if we lose, they still have to deal with being hunted by the FBI. The hunters become the hunted, essentially.
Okay. What kind of narrative are you spinning here? I want to come up you have the opportunity to give them supervillain backstory.
Oh yeah. Let's
see what you can come up with.
They're foreign agents.
Yeah, it's like at the Soviet Union.
He is ex-KGB Ukrainian man.
He was part of the one of them was definitely part of a series of coups in a lot of different conflicts that we are part of.
Wait. So what I'm saying, hang on. Are you gonna blame every leftist coup from Fidel Castro on Marco and Ivan?
Basically, they were.
Make a Photoshop picture of the three of them shaking hands.
They're just in the background of all these photos, and they're like, "Wait a minute, these guys were present throughout all these things." I don't want to go too far back because then it'll be like,
you probably don't want to masquerade. Well, maybe not Castro,
And then,
but
Marco, we can say that Marco also helps administrate MS-13
oh my god.
because he fucking hates MS-13 so much.
Yeah, we can put as many.
We'll make it so that if they find out about it, that this was clearly somebody who knew who they were and knew that they would hate this.
Yeah. No, okay, so you want to make them Marco was best buddies with fucking Pablo Escobar, and
we're gonna make them the opposite of who they are in reality, people that they would absolutely despise to be compared to.
They were also present during nuclear trade negotiations with third world countries.
With Iran.
Yeah, basically,
What about the Cuban crisis? Is that too late? Or is that too early for it?
That was 50. That was 30 years ago.
Yeah, they would ship.
Oh right, because we're in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, so that's what they'll do.
But yeah, basically, and for the character, the general characterization, and not just their actions, it's going to be people that
Will
their
this be on
normal
Alex
selves will just
Jones?
violently
No.
despise.
All right, so
We're creating the nega the Nega Marco and the
Jesus
Nega
Christ.
Ivan. It's
Right,
like
so Marco
people,
was like
this
Pablo-
is definitely made by people who had insider knowledge
Yeah.
on them and used it specifically to design a person that they
All
would
right,
hate.
so basically Marco was like the Pablo Escobar's number 2 who like masterminded the Mexican cartels and also like the coups in El Salvador and shit in MS-13 as well, because
Yes.
why the fuck not? And Ivan, what about Ivan? Ivan became a warlord in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I was thinking something like
Well,
that.
he wouldn't need to be Afghanistan. He could be like having
No,
support-
because he could be an Afghanistan war veteran, and then he deserted
like,
after the Soviet
could
Union
have,
fell.
Yeah.
he could have supported. Which side did he die fighting for?
He's
Tsars.
for the Tsars, but that was 100 years ago.
He was
but I mean, like we could make him like some kind of hardcore Bolshevik or some shit.
he was a part of the failed GoldenEye program in 1994 that was destroyed by
Oh my
government
God.
British Secret Service. No.
You could say like he was one of the guys that tried to.
Ivan is actually a character in that movie. That's why I said that. Anyway,
Christ.
because it's Russians. That's a fucking great movie. Fuck you guys.
You could just make him like the fucking like one of the masterminds of the Russian mafia or some shit.
Yeah.
Dex is trying to show GPS without speaking. It's like how Garfield is funny if you just cover up Garfield in all his parts and you just look at what John.
Holy shit, Dexter is a visionary.
Oh my God.
No, but honestly, I think like all characters here can chip into this bullshit supervillain story.
Yeah.
So all of you
Davis.
give me like intelligence or manipulation expression.
Oh, okay.
So are you going to be Dim
Or,
Javis?
or academia. Yeah, you're basically like going like you're Ben Garrisoning these guys.
We're doing the thing that the fucking Cossacks did when they wrote that letter to the Turkish Sultan.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
Either manipulation expression or int academia or something like that,
Oh, okay.
or streetwise, or
Expression or
I've
Wait,
got
could
very
I
little
roll
bad.
manipulation intimidation to make this as fucking fucking scary as possible?
that would be more expression.
I don't have
Well,
any
I mean,
expression,
like,
but I can roll manipulation.
I want to make it existentially horrifying.
Oh, make them both 100% pro gun control. And support the ATF fucking
We
whole-
must-
Yeah, they have ATF contacts.
Yeah.
We
make
must
'em- make 'em-
remove. We must
Oh.
make the population defenseless.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So can I use intimidation? Just to, like make this seem like really
why
fucked up.
fucking not? Why not?
Okay.
Alright.
So roll to talk about how they like ate babies and
Oh my god. I'm re-rolling this.
you can't re-roll it. You can just you fail to come up with anything really.
Why? I'm rolling the highest dice pool I have, and I'm rolling shit.
Wow, you guys are really shit at writing fanfiction.
At least I got good successes on the initial.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Our dice is just like
My
failing
dice
us.
pool was-
Our
What
dice has abandoned us.
Go.
My dice was int security, and it was basically them talking about how national security should be the lowest priority, and that borders should be completely and totally open. And in fact, we should actually be importing criminals, because if we import directly take people from the jails of other countries and bring them here and show them how there's a better life here, they'll stop being criminals.
They're Mexican. Okay, look.
Yes.
Right, you can roll again if you're spending more time doing this, but Dexter, what do you want to? How do you want to contribute to this?
I was thinking if I could just give it flavor, just like the way it reads, the way it's written, so it's like as somebody reads it, they would
Okay, one roll at a time, go Flux.
So it would
That
just
was-
be, it wouldn't be dry. So it's like somebody reading it would be like, oh, actually, I can keep just the structure of it, the flow of it. What would I need to roll to
That
I mean,
would
we don't
be-
want it to be. We want it to be sort of schizophrenic, so that people don't actually start taking up this ideology.
I don't know. I guess that would be like intermanipulation expression if you're gonna improve the prose.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was spending extra time on it. I managed to get a 5 success roll.
You got a 4 success roll.
No, the 4 was when I was re-rolling shit just randomly.
No, you gotta announce
I'll
it, and I gotta
take
ask him
4.
to do it. All right.
I don't really.
Okay.
I don't really.
So the
contribute.
total successes for the first round is 1.
You rolled that
So you guys
wrong.
are gonna.
Mike
He has
rolled
0
this thing
expression.
wrong.
He has 0 expression
I have 0 expression
Oh.
and 1 intelligence.
and 1 in.
What the fuck? Why would you even attempt that type of roll then?
Because everybody's rolling.
Yeah, he's contributing. You're just
He
not
He
very
wants to be a
helpful.
part of the
Fuck yeah.
team.
I know, but I'm sure you have some kind of role that you don't suck at.
Can I use wits? Can I use wits
Yes.
in this? All right.
Why? Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to use whiz? Of course.
All right. Wits. Can I use some wits empathy?
What's up? Yeah, sure. Like to describe like the horrific suffering and they've
Yeah.
inflicted, the trail of blood and death they left in Central America.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna do.
Oh, my word. Okay.
I'm gonna do in streetwise to give us more street cred.
Yeah, well, to like make it believable, like how they
There we
did all
go.
these things.
There we
Okay,
go.
All right, this is round 2. So you're spending like 2 hours on this school project.
Well, right. We
I
need.
mean,
we're
that's
doing.
a good idea.
we're doing-
We want to make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
All right.
roll. I'm gonna roll int finance just to make sure the numbers are all adding up.
Okay, that's a good idea.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Dylan, what is your second contribution going to be here?
I'm gonna try. I'm kind of drawing a blank. I've been working all day.
You can just do the same thing again.
Yeah, I'll
Try
just-
to, like, refine it.
What was
Yeah.
it? I can roll. Let's see. Maybe I could do manipulation larceny to show that they have a lot of connections to other people who are on the most wanted list.
That would be streetwise,
Streetwise. I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
and you could do int or wits instead of manipulation.
Okay. Well, they're all 5, so yeah.
Yeah.
So should I roll intimidation to
Sweet.
try to turn this into a horror story, or should
Sure.
I roll occult to try to connect them to the?
It's like I open the door to the FBI and everyone's like, "Ooh, I want to write a fan fiction. Ooh, I want to write a fan
Oh
fiction."
yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I did not expect this to happen.
This is great. I love this.
Fanfics.
We were like, "Let's do Die Hard." Like, no, let's write
Oh,
fan
hey,
fiction
I
on the
did- I
FBI's
did-
main
No,
server.
I did pretty good on making this into a fucking literal horror story.
This is the
You had a
finale
little
for
bit
her
there
game.
about how Marco killed his own brother when they were both kids, so he could rise to a position of
Oh
prominence.
man, that was a defining moment of his life when his brother
That was a
got
define.
killed.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
that's
not
brutal.
in this continuity
Wow.
necessarily, but in the original, yeah.
Okay, so these guys are all right. Well, I'd say these guys have pretty much got a fucking tragic backstory. Bad guy.
Yeah, these fucking super.
We're gonna have
villains.
we're gonna have 00 agents from the British Secret Service showing up to fight these fucking guys. This is gonna be. They're gonna have Interpol. Like, this is gonna be insane.
If
So
they
even if we
survive-
don't even if we don't survive, these guys are fucked.
Dude, can we put in a bunch of Illuminati references?
Can I roll into cult to do that? Can I roll
Yes.
a cult to like add like pedophile elite Satanism ritual shit?
Oh my god.
Who
Sorry,
else do you
dude,
want?
you're
Well,
the
hang on,
exception. You're not
who else
elite.
do you guys want to implicate in this? Why stop at these guys?
No. Well, no, because these are the only two guys.
Everyone.
We can mention the Clintons
I want to
and the
implicate
Bushes.
the entire U.S. government.
No, because then it
okay.
becomes ridiculous. It becomes
no,
way
but
too
like
ridiculous.
I want to implicate the entirety of
Ralph
Hollywood.
Nader.
Fucking like the entirety of Hollywood, Epstein,
George Lucas.
etc.
George
The
Lucas.
Clintons, of course.
Yeah, I mean, even back then, Alex Jones has got to be fucking go. You've just like Alex Jones is just gonna buy a second
Him
house.
jump started his career.
No,
Yeah.
Alex Jones is gonna ascend into major.
Ah!
I'm real. You're not animated.
I'm
Back
real,
when
I'm
Alex Jones
animated.
was just-
Come on,
yeah, this-
let's do it. I'm
this-
real
this
and
is back
animated.
when Alex Jones was just some radio host in Texas.
Wasn't he running for
I'm
Congress
coming.
around this time?
Pizza.
He ran for
What?
Congress once.
He
He ran for some kind of public office. It was a while ago.
I'm animated. I'm coming.
All right, so we've written this massive fan fiction.
I've got a big heart.
Okay,
Blood pumping through me.
enough Alex Jones posting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2000.
All right, so we wrote all of this crazy shit, and now it's
Over the
on.
course of, like 3 hours.
Yeah, we spent 3 hours writing this, which is fine. That's fine. Pre-planning does
Totally
take time.
legitimate.
Yeah. Nobody's ever had this much.
Like, the entirety of Hollywood and half of Congress.
Yeah, these guys are going to be connected. There's going to be a lot of investigations after this is done. This is going to be... It's not a masquerade-breaking moment, but it's definitely a geopolitical issue that's going to be popping up.
That's actually really good because Hollywood is a super important resource for the Anarchs in the Camarilla.
Yeah.
But not for the Sabbat, because
Yeah,
the Sabbat
Sabbat's a good
hate
fuck.
these humans.
The Sabbat are going to... The Sabbat nationally are going to be like,
The
damn,
Sabbat are going to
all
be
right.
like,
Yeah.
No, like
You
this
know what?
legitimate. This could
these
legitimately.
guys are all
like,
right.
make-
You know,
This
these
could
guys are
legitimately
okay.
make you guys legends of the Sabbat, if depending on how the consequences turn out and how much
They'll be
credit
like,
you
Yeah.
take.
You know what? These guys are okay. Yeah,
So-
I'll give them a golf clap.
So even if Ivan and even if our fake Ivan and Marco is blown up in this building, which most likely will happen, the real ones are still going to have to deal with the fact that they're out there, and this is a record that's not just going to disappear. There's going to be a lot of investigations. They're going to have to do a lot of hiding, and
This is
I
gonna
doubt.
destroy their unlives.
Yeah, they're going to have a really hard time trying to exist.
But wait, can you distribute this because it's in the FBI database? But
It's
just
on the
there-
most wanted list.
He
it's-
also distributed it.
Yeah, on the most
Yeah,
wanted
he
list,
did
it's
it
not
when he had
international.
it.
International,
Yeah, I was
okay.
keeping this under wraps because the infamous mass killers and drug lords
Yeah.
had people on the inside with the FBI.
'Cause
and
I was
now
just
you leaked
thinking-
it to the media.
If you
Of
get
course.
somebody, yeah, if you
I do, dude. I have journo contacts.
There you go.
Yeah. So this will
Yeah.
this will be on there,
I'm
and it's
just gonna drop
international.
this on there.
thing.
Dude,
So
I
it's
just
just
I just
distributed.
attached this
Yeah.
into
'cause
like
if you're a
breaking
good
art.
hacker,
This is
if
like
there's
like
another
fucking
good
like
hacker, they go in
this.
to the
I'll
Reddit
attach
and
this to my
stuff.
journo
Yeah.
contact as a like fucking. Yo, this is the story of your life.
Can you have the FBI link it to the media?
Like, don't fuck this. I'm just gonna be like,
Eventually.
here's the email is gonna be like really
Media's gonna
brief
dig
and
and find
attach
it.
the files and just be like, this is your story of the lifetime. Don't fuck
Okay,
this up.
you've leaked it to the media. Congratulations.
Yeah. Let's wait until we have the Nakatomi
Especially
incident
since she's
happen
an
first,
alternative
and then
media, so-
because the media can find this easily. If it's on the most wanted list, they're gonna dig and be like, "Oh shit, these guys are huge," and the FBI is gonna be like, "Wait, what? What the fuck?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, why didn't you
Yeah.
tell me?" And then that's when the shit goes down. So that's why we're
Yeah,
waiting.
they're gonna keep passing the buck until nobody knows where it stops.
Yeah, well, also, you guys created built in a complex conspiracy where they had people on the inside, and like your fictitious heroic agent for years tried to uncover this and put it in the FBI system, and now he finally did it tonight.
So yes.
The absolute madman.
So now that we have all of
And
this,
they found out, and in response, that's why they're doing this attack.
so as
Yeah.
said, even if our Die Hard plan goes to shit, these guys are fucked.
Yeah,
So this is gonna be amazing.
The realistic reasoning for this attack for anybody that like really gets through the manifesto will be like, because we got found out, we're going loud.
We're going Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
They're going full supervillain.
they found us out, and now we have to stop them. And yeah,
There's only one way to control people who refuse to make deals.
You forced our hand.
Okay. All right. Now what?
Fear.
so now we
Murder.
and
All
now
right,
we're
stop interrupting.
now we're gonna leave, and we're gonna go.
Oh man,
We need to go prepare for our.
this is ingenious.
Oh, before I leave, I need to send out a Halloween or a pre-Halloween party invite to everyone. That works at that
What do you
bank.
mean, everyone?
At the for the people who work at that bank office. That way, they're all on the same floor when we take it over. As
All
Marco
right, so
and
you're
I.
gonna have to reach the bank to pull up those records.
Oh, we need to actually go to the bank. I can't do it from the library.
Well, you want to hack the bank records?
Well, the people
This
who
can't
work
be
there.
harder
should
than
be-
the FBI.
That
No-
should be really
No.
easy because he has the memories of the
Yeah.
CEO or FEO.
Okay.
or-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just getting a-
Honestly, he
He
can
has
probably log
Victor's
into his
passwords.
he
so
can log into his email and just CC everyone.
Yeah, and it's
Great.
I was gonna
Well,
say
CC
like
CC everyone, optional, parentheses, mandatory.
Yeah. Hello, it's
Party.
me. Okay, it'd be a little bit more complex than that because he's not a public figure. Like, the vampire was not a public figure in the company. He was like, the dude behind the throne.
Yeah, but he has access to the email.
No,
Yeah,
office
so
office
you can just
admin.
have you can just have the CFO or whatever be like, "Hey guys, we're throwing a gala."
Yeah.
Optional parentheses mandatory party.
Yeah. And the big ups aren't going to show up anyway, so I'm not going to worry
Yeah.
about them. It's going to be just for
You
the.
can decide not to show up, but you lose your bonus.
It's going to be the wage slave party where it's like, hey guys, you did great this quarter. Here's a pizza party. Yep, you're still minimum wage. So yeah,
Classic management.
we're gonna do that. We're gonna just basically throw like this thing. It's a costume party. Everyone's invited.
Classic upper management move.
But it's only office personnel. No outsiders allowed.
Okay, give me a manipulation or int etiquette to make it convincing.
Oh, I have a good manipulation or etiquette.
Yeah, if you want to try roll for me for that, that'd be fine. I can.
Unless you have a good score in
And
it,
just,
that's
like,
fine. But
big-
I don't
mine
have.
probably
I don't have
the
any of
highest.
In
those.
big bold red letters
Oh.
at the bottom, no spouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Well, let the GM decide that.
Alright.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it's passable.
They took 5 minutes writing it, so
Yeah, just like real management.
Exactly. All right. Cool. So
that's why it's not suspicious. If it was too much effort,
So we have it set up so that way they'll show up to the party. I don't know if they can do it tonight on that party.
No, you're not gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen on that much notice.
Yeah, let's do it.
How much notice you want to give them?
Let's give them a day.
One day. Okay, so not the next night. The one after.
Yeah, that way
if
they have.
today is Monday, we'll have it on Wednesday.
Yeah. It'll be a pre-Halloween party because everybody.
It's a hump day Halloween party.
Oh my! You are ready to become a wage slave.
Yeah, so we'll set it up as that, and then that gives us a couple of
Mandatory
days.
attendance.
That gives us a couple of days to kind of get all of our assets in place, scope everything out, and then make sure we have everything ready to go. Because they're going to still be looking for us, but we can kind of lay low now that we don't have their weapons, and if we stay off the street, we should be okay.
Okay. So what's the next step of your master plan?
Well, our next step of the master...
Crashing this plane.
All right,
Is-
quit memeing.
Yeah, the next step in our master plan is to contact our squad and see exactly what our situation is around this building.
All right, so they basically just started loitering around street corners, pretending to be homeless people or sitting in cafes and shit. They don't see any. The bank's just been closed.
Well, I mean, like the area around it, seeing like what's some good spots for them to get kill zones and good locations
so
on the
there's this
interior of the
big-
building.
Well, the building's overlooking the big square in the city.
Yeah.
The area immediately surrounding it is a little bit cramped, but there's also like another passage that leads to one of the big parks, one of the big city parks. So it's like their version of Central Park, but it's a lot smaller and shittier.
I want good coverage around it, so that way if they decide to walk in, if anybody walks near that building during the event, I want to know about it, and I want them to be like,
you don't have enough people to do that effectively.
okay,
You need to get more boys from somewhere.
yeah, we're probably not gonna get
Or
any.
we could ask Don Croglione for help.
To get the Bird Mafia.
The
to
Bird
do a vigil.
Mafia may not be good at performing hits, but info gathering, that is their specialty. Because who the fuck is going to question a pigeon?
No.
We haven't
I
talked Don
just being there.
Corleone in
It's
a
just
long time.
Overwatch. I'm just making sure that we can see where people are on the
that's
street.
what the Bird Mafia is really good for. Is
Yeah.
what the Butler Man is
It's
suggesting.
Don Croglione.
That's fine.
All right, so you're gonna have to set a meeting with Don Corleone.
Oh boy.
By the way, Don Croglione does have humanism.
He doesn't need it. He's a crow. He can just
Exactly. But he can summon humans.
talk. Oh,
Some humans.
all right.
Have you ever gathered
Take a couple
somewhere
phone
but
calls.
like not really understood why? Like, have you
Okay.
ever seen a bunch of people in an area
A
and like
flash
none
mob.
of them know really what's going on? Yeah. That explains a
Alright.
lot of public
All
incident.
right, well, fellas, I got work in the morning, so just.
Shit,
work,
we
man.
are gonna have to do the finale part 2.
Yeah, like
we'll
last
just do the
time on
setup for it. We'll
Vampire
do
the
it for the setup.
Masquerade.
Yeah,
That's
just-
fine.
Just-
Just,
Sunday.
yeah, just.
Sunday?
I'm not sure about Sunday, but that's a maybe.
Yeah, I was
Pardon
gonna
me.
say
I'm
let's.
good for Sunday.
I wanna work on your thing, Goat. So
Okay, I can just come in early.
no, it's fine. I just want to know, like, I want to make sure that Anton's here too, because I don't want to like do this without him. Because it's not Die Hard until we have the whole fucking crew here.
Dude, you need Birdman.
Yeah.
You need fucking Birdman.
I want to have mortars falling from the sky. No, because this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good final fight. These guys are already like on the
They
outside.
have no idea what's gonna hit them.
Like we're gonna have that like what do you call it? That ending for like Fallout, like the original, like like New Vegas, and it's like, well, after the explosion in the Nakatomi Plaza, both Ivan and Marco were both found by the FBI. One of those like sepia toned, like single pictured like explanations as to what happened to everyone at the end. I would like, honestly, if you can write up just some basic ideas for what you want to kind of like tell the end story for everything, including I can do stuff for Richard Hawk and we could do that for all, like just be like,
Isn't Rich dead?
yes,
Yeah,
but he also did
exactly.
he also did stuff, and he also had family, and you know, I want to have like a proper ending to the entire thing, so that all loose threads are tied, and we can close this out, and then we can get into Shadowrun afterwards,
Or the zombie apocalypse game.
or the zombie apocalypse game, which would be fun too. So I'm
All right. Okay. So let's try to knock the preparation out. Anton, thank you for coming.
I'm dabbing right now, IRL.
You can't stop him. He's technically too far away.
I'm gonna fucking once my car gets fixed up, I'm gonna take a trip up to undisclosed location and go fuck him up. Not mentioning that on stream. All right. So you said what do you besiege Don Croglione for, and what do you have to offer him for the Boyd Mafia services?
The Boyd Mafia.
So what do you guys think would be good to offer him? Because I don't know this character.
He's
Don
a giant.
Croglione. He's
He's
a
a
big
giant.
pro.
He's a giant raven that can talk because he's a raven, but he also has human level
I thought he was a
intelligence.
pro.
No, he's a raven.
Why is he a raven? He's Don Croglione.
Crows are a type of raven. Whatever. He's a coordinate.
He's a Yeah, okay, fine.
yeah. So
He's a big boy.
He's a big fat fucking.
do you guys think that getting rid of Marco and Ivan would be good for the Don?
Yes.
It
Okay,
would be
so
very good.
so
Don.
let's kind of like go over a plan with them. So we're basically going to be taking out two of the most annoying thorns in the Sabat side, all in one fell swoop, and make lots of money in the process, which we'd be willing to share a small portion of that with you if you're interested.
I want 100. I can't do a Marlon Brando voice. I want 100.
I want 100,000
up front.
up front.
That would be great. Oh man. Yes.
You bring me $100,000 up front, and I'll consider you offer for help.
Well, this is the big bank downtown. I'm sure they've got that easily on hand.
Well then, why don't you get it in my little talents here, and then we'll see what we can do out here.
Most excellent. Well, all we need is you guys to just sort of keep overwatch on our boys while we're doing the deed as it is. And then after that's said and done, we'll break out and make sure to get your cut of the share, and we'll get rid of two annoying thorns in our side. And yeah, that'll be good.
You want some money up front.
Oh, he
You
wants
want a
money.
little bird watch?
Oh, he
You
wants it
can
up
get it.
front. Oh, okay.
But I got some prices you gotta pay first.
Well, I have the money. If you want 100,000 even, I could do it right now.
100,000?
Oh yeah,
I think that's a fair deal.
fair enough. How do
Great,
I?
so
From your hands to my talons, we'll make this a deal.
So what do you want the birds to do specifically?
We want them to be able to provide complete watch over the area around the building for anybody who's currently trying to get in while we're in the middle of the situation.
Okay,
So
if any,
You want
so
some
when you,
bird watches? That's easy.
yeah,
so what do you want the bird to do once they spot somebody approaching the building?
they can let us know, and then they can also join Anton in dropping mortars on them.
They're regular birds, so he can train them like take the best dog trainer you can think of. He can train birds to do shit like that, but
Okay.
they're still not human level intelligence birds.
Okay.
Well, corvids are pretty smart to begin with, so
Yeah.
a couple of crows could probably do it.
Yeah,
Or
or
ravens.
seagulls.
But I also
What?
want them to be able to
Except-
tell. I want them to be able to tell our Sabbat overlords of any kind of movement. Like, let's say Ivan and Marco flee the scene and they won the day. I want them to be able to report back and say, "Hey, they're still out there," because
Well, the birds would need to know how to find the pack.
Oh, that's true.
I'll just give them like a
Yeah.
drop location where they can just sort of like drop off.
Oh
the,
yeah, we can have like we can set up a dead drop location and
Yeah.
tell the pack about it.
Just to be like, hey, if everything fails, these guys are still out there. The FBI will be looking for them, but you guys
Yeah, we should tell the pack about our preparations and be like, all right, this is what we've done. It's going down another day. Here's this drop location that
Exactly.
Don Croglione will leave something at if things go wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, that's very doable.
And I already know that if one of them is like a magic guy, we're gonna have a lot of problems anyway. But I just wanted to make sure that we wound them as best we can. If we can kill them, that would be fucking sweet. But if we're wounding them, that's just fine too.
Dude, knowing us, like one of them is just gonna get one-shotted the second they show up.
And then the other one's gonna wipe out like half of you.
Yeah.
Probably.
D-
we don't know which one is gonna be which, but we're gonna wipe out. One of them is just gonna get obliterated, and the other one's going to kick our shit in for a while.
Well, Dylan's
Or it's like everyone's just gonna get really shitty rolls, and it'll just be very embarrassing.
gonna also
embarrassing all around.
he's gonna take control of the building's security system, so he can keep an eye on anything that might cross over. But
You're gonna be monitoring all the cameras yourself at all times.
Basically, he's going to be in like a little room, but he'll have obfuscate on, and then when shit goes down, he'll join the fight because he has the ability now to actually help out. Because he's not going to just sit there the whole time and be like, "Wow, that sucks." And then
Okay, so you have your dudes at strategic locations to snipe them.
Exactly.
Except for the Marco and Ivan doubles, who are just going to be the payday gang here. They're just going to be like everybody.
I'm the guy. Yeah, think of the guy. Think I'm going to be like Bane. Like, all right, guys, time to get the drill. You know, I'll be that guy.
They're being like, burn!
And I'll be the shit kicker.
This reputation where just the two of them are able to get all of the civilians on the floor, basically.
Yeah, we need people to provide civilians on the floor, which won't be hard because we have 3 really intimidating vampires, including myself, and then we can just wait for them to take, because we're gonna be like, this is Marco and Ivan, do that whole fucking on the radio thing. I want our people to be freed from the prisons abroad. Here's our demands, or else we're gonna start executing people. And then we can do like gunshot over the radio and screams, just like Die Hard.
I mean,
This is Die Hard the
have them
movie.
actually execute people.
All the while, you guys we're setting this up. My guy's monitoring stuff, but he's also like preparing to get all the money out of the vault, because eventually we're gonna need to get
you
that.
You can just boost the vault whenever. You can just open the vault whenever you want.
I know, but I'm just
But moving it is the difficult part.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Although I can probably lift the whole thing, whatever is in there.
If you survive.
Well, that and if it's stolen, you can honestly, the smart thing, you can just claim it as stolen, keep the stolen money, and then get the insurance on the stolen money.
Yes. I was also going to say, and Jay makes a good point here, all of those hostages are going to make delicious blood bags. So,
or shovel heads.
Or shovel heads. We'll have a whole bunch of people for them to have to deal with. So this is going to be an ultimate challenge for them. We will probably get annihilated, but it'll go down as a great action movie.
That'll be sick.
I am excited for that. What else do we need to prep?
Okay, so we need to delegate what everyone's task is. So you have your dwarf dudes are doing their Overwatch thing. You have the Bird Mafia being lookouts.
Bird Mafia.
You have the body doubles doing their terrorist, Allahu Akbar shit. You're going to be watching the cameras.
Yes.
What is Butler Man doing?
Oh, let me get before we send them in. Let me give them acting lessons in how to be intimidating.
Do you have any instruction?
I have teaching 3.
Excellent. Roll that.
That's what intelligence teaching.
Intelligence or wits, whatever.
All right, 8, difficulty 6, right?
Yeah.
They gain 5. They gain 5 intimidation dots temporarily for the night.
They'll be able to pull it off. With the reputation they have, they effectively have 5 intimidation.
All right.
Yeah, because I have 5 intimidation
Right,
and
so
I can
what-
teach up to what I have. So
That's okay. Look, so what is Birdman gonna do? Just caw be your helicopter?
Birdman's not here right now.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying what the plan is.
The plan is he can just do his own thing and because he's basically the random element.
He's the wild card.
He's the one that's able to very rapidly respond to changes in the situation. So we're not having a default plan for him. Like he's the flexible element who
the only
alerts
thing that
us
I
and
would say
responds to things that we didn't predict.
No, the only thing I would say is that one of the ideas that I had was that he could just sort of drop mortars around to make it to dress up the scene, because the explosions alone with ordnance like that's going to draw a lot of attention from the media, which is what we kind of want in this situation. The other thing is that we need to make sure that everybody knows that well, first of all, we don't want the bird to be seen, so he'll be obfuscated, obviously, but we also don't want ourselves to be caught up in this. Remember, if we do get caught, we're just, we're just workers here in the building. We got caught up in this whole hostage situation. We're trying to escape. So you better put on your old butler.
We're incredibly unnaturally pale and shit.
That's fine. I mean, we're wage slaves. We don't get to see the sun.
We're third shifters. God damn it.
We don't get to see the sun. No, it's also Halloween. It's a Halloween party, so we can look scary.
That's why we have fangs.
Yes.
The blood's fake. Trust me, officer.
This is a Halloween party. This is gonna be.
It is a costume.
I took acting lessons. I never got to use them.
I am from
now.
community theater.
I will kill you.
Come see
is very good acting.
Hey, you just give a pamphlet for
believe me, like I was telling the truth or something.
Here's a pamphlet for my show at the community college that we're gonna be having. Please come see it. There's only gonna be 5 people to show up. All right, yeah. So we have that, and the Birdman can definitely be the wild card. We just need him to at least drop a few mortars to make it seem.
And what's Dexter? Is Dexter just going to be one of the mass goons?
You know what? He's going to dress up exactly like...
shooting?
I'm really good. I got like 10 die.
Yeah, you can be one of the really good snipers.
Yeah, I got the sniper rifle, and I'm going to be dressed a lot like... I think I'll take point of
You could be a SWAT guy.
SWAT guy, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be dressed like a SWAT member, so that way he can.
And remember, you can always, if you spend multiple, you can spend turns aiming, and get a bonus to your aim equal to 1 per round,
I did not
up
know
to
that.
your perception modifier.
And
Plus 3 for a scope.
And I want to keep in mind here that I don't think Marco and Ivan are going to come alone. So that's why we're going to need all the help we're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, they won't come alone, but they probably don't have an obscene number of men anymore.
No.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like we got a pretty horrible plan, but it's going to be fun.
It's actually not that bad. This is actually a pretty decent plan by our standards.
We somehow hacked the FBI most wanted list, and now.
Well, I mean, I was being a little bit generous about that, and it's like, okay, I'm doing what's going to go for the story, and also it's a short-term game.
Yeah,
so short-term game.
And he got like 10 successes or something.
Yeah,
it was
like
big.
that.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like 7, I think. It was ridiculous.
I'm happy with where we're at right now. I think I'll change the title on the thing for people watching afterwards.
Vampire Die Hard.
Vampire Die Hard finale part 1, and then part 2 we can do like the last time on Vampire the Masquerade, and now the conclusion. Probably not the
last time.
Well, I mean that's how Majel Barrett did it in Star Trek, you know.
Christ. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I hate that guy. Oh, I don't hate the guy. I hate that voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot, Dylan. You get a little power back from hacking into the FBI.
Oh boy.
Nice.
A whole point for me. So yeah, I think this is a good time to call it. It's about 11:30. Yeah, that was good. We came up with a lot of
That
fun,
was
cool
really
shit.
fun.
I was really surprised you guys went with the fucking 8 because we were like, I was talking to Michael earlier, and I'm like,
That
what?
was nuts. A fun plan.
We're like, what are the most horrible plans you come up with? The first thing I said was like,
It was 9/11.
yeah,
Let's do
terrorist
9/11.
attack. Not the most original plan, but you know,
I
if
mean,
you,
we're measuring it in fun factor, so
yeah, and
it's
then
actually pretty good.
then the second one, I'm like, I was pacing, and then I was like, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
It's one of my favorite
I need
movies.
to watch Die Hard.
You haven't
I've
seen
never
it?
I've
watched
never
it.
seen it.
Well, when you come over on Sunday, we'll watch it together.
All right.
I've never seen
I
it
love it.
either, but I've heard it's pretty
I will
good.
bring you pelmenis and buckwheat and kvass. We will have proper Russian
Blessed.
lunch.
All right, that'll be fucking cool, man.
Nice.
Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I know. I keep that. It's my motto in life. Especially the last word. So
Isn't it like keep it simple, shithead? I thought it was.
I like stupid better because that fits
'Cause you can
perfectly.
say-
We're a family-friendly stream here.
Yeah,
Very family friendly.
family
with
friendly.
our-
Until Amazon
know.
takes us over, and then we have to sell gift cards or whatever they do on Amazon. God.
We have to
Plot
play
to
games
replace
and
their currency with
play games
Amazon
pretend
gift
to like
cards.
I already said, like, if anybody wants to do like hey, we want to sponsor you, I'm like, I'm just gonna talk total shit about whatever product you want us to chuck.
What salary would need to be offered to you to become like you just play Fortnite now? 8
Fuck,
hours a day.
none.
you play
I'm a Dorito
Fortnite.
Zero.
Seriously, there's not an amount of money that you would 5 days
Oh,
of the week.
no! If
No,
you're
he
giving
did it for free.
yeah, no. What I'm saying is, if they offered me bullshit like that, if they're like, "I'll pay you like 100,000," then yeah, of course I would. I'm not fucking stupid.
Okay,
but
100,000. All right, that's right. What about
100,000 a year, so like
what about
55
what about
an
like
hour.
what about like 50,000 plus full benefits? It's like medical.
Oh,
dental.
dude, if they give me full benefits, are you fucking kidding me? I'd take it in a second.
All right,
I'm
all
not
right.
stupid. I'm just
Okay.
saying, if they were like,
50,000 is pretty generous. Now,
He
what if we
just
cut
hate
that down?
himself.
Now it's $25,000 a year.
yeah, they can go fuck their ass.
full benefits. Though.
No,
Full
absolutely,
benefits.
nope,
30,000,
absolutely not,
35,000,
absolutely not. 55 is
40.
nope. I could do better.
55.
No, I could do
pretty
better
sure
than that.
Fortnite was
You already
not
know what
fucking
I'm trying to
with
do. I could
free.
do better than that.
45,000 full benefits.
Yeah, I could do better than that.
50,000.
55.
55,000 full benefits.
That's what it's what it would take.
That's what it would
But-
cost to
but
sell
no,
your soul to Jeff Bezos.
not sell my soul, just work. I can quit anytime. Here's the thing.
It's a
Here's the
3-year
thing. I'm not
contract.
against people sponsoring and wanting to make money on this shit, but I don't personally like that shit. So if you want to sell something, you're like, hey, Mike, could you sell this thing on your channel? I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to talk total shit about it. And if you're cool about it, then you're cool in my book because I'm going to say all of this horrible shit about your product and be like, you should go buy it.
The Bill Burr method of marketing.
Yes, exactly.
That shit works though,
Yeah.
as long as you're funny.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to talk total shit about it. So if White
Like
Wolf,
Seth Z.
I give me,
Clash
hey,
pretending to have
White
a
Wolf, you want me to
business.
sell your products on here because we've been playing Vampire?
You mean Paradox?
We're already
Whoever.
doing it.
Oh, Paradox owns it? Like the
Yeah.
game company, the publishing game company?
Bro,
No,
there's some shit.
Paradox
that
like Crusader Kings.
Jesus.
Style.
It's like it's gone through so many
I'm not gonna
hands.
fuck with them. They make a lot of stuff I like. Because then they'll ban me somehow in their game code. I'll like go to log in and it's like
their
no.
their edition of Vampire is hot garbage. Like I thought the NWAD, which was like the shitty reboot done in the past decade, was bad. Like
So the new one that just came out is not good.
It's
No.
horrific.
it's horrific.
That
The video
sucks.
game hasn't come out yet. I'm sure it's going to be bad as well.
There's no goddamn like what fucking new
There's
system
no creative
is
integrity
good.
anymore.
Like
New
Pathfinder
system?
2, I guess is
Bad.
Okay, what
You,
about
but, no, what system is good? What is what you enjoy? There's
Well,
there's
no.
objectively there's things people can have objectively ideas
I'm just talking about
but
like new systems. Like every new Shadowrun 6th edition sucks ass. New Vampire Darkness, no good. Pathfinder 2, no, it's not
Dude,
great.
you're
It's
trying
we
to-
keep
you're trying
going.
to
I
ask,
can't think
like-
of a single modern game that's actually
no,
good.
no. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you're trying to
Engine Heart.
It's hard to break open the cold, cynical heart of the grognard and be like, I made a new system, and they're just like, ah!
But it's not.
It's not even new
I've actually
systems.
Oh
looked
shit!
into
I
it,
just yelled.
And
I
like,
just yelled.
I'm an extreme autiste, and I'm really good with like.
Sorry, I just yelled up. And I forgot everyone's sleeping upstairs.
Oh my god. But like,
I
I'm
hope
an
that wasn't
extreme
too
autiste,
loud.
and I'm really good at like numbers and shit. So I can say conclusively that a lot of these newer systems are like just mathematically unsound.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I forgot that one of our roommates was just in the hospital.
Wake up, motherfucker!
Nah, she was just in the hospital. So I feel really
that
bad.
sucks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go apologize to him. That was terrible. Anyway, we'll be back again next Friday.
I'm
with-
posting World of Darkness art in the Discord channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh.
We'll be back again next Friday to continue this horrible idea in the Die Hard. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and say you guys have a good night. And also, thank you, Goat, for hosting this and being awesome as a DM.
Yeah.
Go Flex for your...
I am the best. I'm an okay GM. Also, I'm going to put Shadeblade in the
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Twitch.
second best GM in our group.
Fuck you.
Yeah. And everybody else for joining us. I appreciate
You're
it.
right.
Thanks for spending
When you
time
actually
with
give a
us.
shit. See ya.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to go
See
ahead
y'all.
and do the thing where I turn all this
Do
stuff
that
down.
thing where you-
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I just press this button
Oh,
here.
I like it when you do that.
You hear that? That's the sound of the end. Anyway, guys, have a good night. We'll see you next week. Well, tomorrow.